There we go.
Let me see
I
what.
still have inspiration if anyone wants to do it. But if not, I can't.
I don't think I got one from the last time I gave it. Whatever. I can give up. Well, actually, what did we do last time? Where's my notes? Did they not save? No. I've been slacking.
I can try and give a summary. I don't know if I'm gonna have all the details, but I can give like the gist. So basically, we went to go talk to the fiend. Well, we hid in the forest, and then Dragonette did the whole stealthy thing with Flint as the spider, and almost got caught by the fiend. And then the fiend headed our way, and we bought some pastries, and then Nimona had a battle with Strahd, and the tower collapsed and then reformed. That's what Najee said, at least. And then we took Nimona to rest while the rest of them investigated the circle of stones, and they found big piles of children's teeth in front of each of them, and each stone was a different season, and I don't know which had which, but one had a silver coin, with the dragon on one side and a skull and crown on another. One had a pastry on it, and then Najee and I were singing Celestial, and Nimona started humming, and then a beautiful tower appeared, and we brought Nimona inside, and then you guys joined us in the tower. That's what I remember.
Nice. The only thing I can add, that was a great summary, Frux. The only thing I would add is that we were approached by a guy named Eris, and he told us about the little kids that were missing, Freak and Myrtle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's it. A little brown-haired boy and a little red-haired girl, and we were supposed to see if we couldn't find them, because that's why Flint and I snuck over to the thing to look through the front door to see if we couldn't see whether there were kids being in cages in that first level.
Oh no, I forgot the children.
Oh, that's all right. We all know they're dead anyway. So
Okay, fair enough. So here's my question. I believe we left off with the party just coming back to the tower. Miss E is upstairs in the bath. Nimona is laying on one of the beds. I think Rose was looking around the outside of the tower and hadn't come back in yet.
Yeah, Dragonette was taking first watch at the door.
Okay.
I was resting inside, Bendar.
I would like to raid the pantry.
You see there's not really much here.
Ah.
There's places to cook it if you have food, but no food actually created in it.
Is it late at this point or still kind of midday?
Yeah, it's starting to get along, I believe. Because y'all arrived at about noon, y'all were fucking around. Now it's be about 4. You're getting closer to the end of the night, but the sun hasn't. Well, you can imagine it's the sun. You can still kind of see. Darkness has not fallen completely.
I guess I also relay what Morgantha said about what was it? How she moved Irina back when Irina was younger. And something about allies, about those under the earth. Whatever that might mean.
If you seek allies, seek them under the earth.
Do you think that means dead people?
I mean,
A skeleton just kind of looks at you from the corner.
what's the skeleton's name again?
It doesn't have one. It's just a skeleton. It's fucking Rose's skeleton. I don't think it has a name.
Skeleton A.
Skeleton A. Okay. What do you think, Skeleton A? You got any friends under the earth? Where you come from?
He grinds his teeth at you.
As a yes.
All right, y'all should be able to see Rose and the skeleton. All players.
Mm-hmm.
All players. There we go.
I mean, there was like that whole death parade back in the Barovia. They didn't seem to be tangible, but maybe a spell can change that? Unsure.
What was Nimona thinking of confronting Strahd alone? I mean, why
Sounds
not?
like Ismark tried to help.
Yeah, we can ask her when she wakes up, but yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Maybe she couldn't help herself just the same way Najee couldn't when we encountered Strahd before.
True. Just, that wild itch of something evil. Well, I wouldn't say evil. Something unexpected. Natural undead response. Who knows?
Wildcats, Jesus Christ.
Hmm?
What is wrong with you two? Chill. But yes. Y'all are still there. You actually see Rose finally come back in. Jesus Christ, hang on. What?
Mm-hmm.
What? What was that about?
So yelling at his cats again.
Mm.
Rose's puppy is loose.
Uh-oh.
I was expecting raccoons, but
I can see it. How long are you going to be in the bath for?
As long as it takes to have some fun. But she's
There's
trying
plenty
to
of bubbles.
have. Yeah, she's having lots of fun. I mean, she's never experienced like a luxurious bath like this in like her whole life. Like, just the concept of all the scents and everything is just so mind blowing. She's gonna be playing up there for a while.
But you see Rose come back in at this point. And the foundations look pretty sturdy. Looks like we don't have to worry about anything getting in through outside as well. We should be protected from the mists.
Mm-hmm.
So you're suggesting we don't need to keep watch?
Maybe. I've set up an alarm spell around the area.
I'm gonna keep watch just in case, if for no other reason than to keep an eye out for the fiend to see whether she moves past.
Fair.
It wasn't the best idea to tell her that Rod or us may attack her. She did mention she might run away.
Yep.
oh, yeah.
Should we wait closer in case we see them try and run away at night?
Well, I mean, once we're in this
the
building, yeah, we're kind of safe here.
But then if
Mists
she
tend to
runs,
do
where's
weird
she gonna
things.
run to?
Mm. I mean, if she's able to smuggle a child out of the eyes of Strahd, she seems more capable.
If she has a way of moving in the mists, there's not much we can do about it. Being out at night can be a very dangerous proposition.
Good prince.
Mm.
If you don't mind, I think I'm going to go wash off. Then I'll be back down. We can figure out food.
Sure.
I think the rest of y'all still need to eat, yes?
Well, at least you could warm up a
Fair
That
meal.
would be proper.
There's a nod, and you see Rose start climbing the ladder up to the second floor. What will the rest of the party do? You'll have several hours, at least a few hours before the sun falls. Well, the light disappears anyway.
Is Rose gonna get in with me?
Yes, she is heading to the bath. You see her clearing off.
Dragonette's going to stay on the door, keeping an eye on the road.
Fair enough. What about the rest of the party?
Bender's gonna just crash out on the couch, main lobby.
There are like a bunch of beds.
Okay.
Put down on
They'll
that
take a
floor.
bed. Is it down on this main floor, right?
Yeah, you have two floors. Main one had a bunch of beds and some sitting areas, and the second one had a kitchen and bathhouse.
All right. I'll go crash out on one of the sitting chairs. He's that tired.
Trying to clean the hide armor I stole off the bloody bandit a little bit more.
What are you doing with it?
Trying to clean it. Although I think I got prestidigitation left.
Yeah, you can work on it a little bit more. Is there anything anybody else would like to do for the rest of the night?
Missy's gonna ask Rose if she wants to use the big tub that she's in right now.
I will in a moment. Need to get washed off first.
Okay.
You see, she is currently scrubbing the ever-living shit out of her hair.
What's been in your hair, Rose?
I am not sure. I haven't had a bath since I woke back up.
Oh dang. Do you have a favorite smell?
I don't know.
Well, there's a bazillion to choose from. I just did lavender peach mint, and I find the mint to be quite rejuvenating on the skin. Do you think you like more floral or more sweet, fruity type scents?
That will be fine. As long as the
Okay.
water's warm.
I'll kind of get out and get dressed, and I'm not hiding anything. I don't care. And then I'll change the water and get it ready for Rose. And then I'll head down and get my ration and start eating that on the couch. And I'm gonna look at Flint and say, so what happened at the stone thing you guys were at?
I mean, not much to be honest. We found these 3 or 4 big stones. They had paintings of the seasons on them. There are a bunch of crows, and we found a bunch of piles of teeth.
Oh no.
So that was pretty messed up. But I mean, otherwise, nothing really happened.
Was it recent teeth?
Seemed like a mix. Nothing from the last week or so, but it seemed like a mix.
I think these fiends need to meet their end. What do you think?
Yeah, I think based on the piles and the amount of teeth, it was several hundred. I think that's probably a good call.
I can't imagine how many lives of children from Barovia have been stolen
I
by
should point out that about 300 teeth is like 11 kids.
still a decent number of children to die.
I know, but still, it's not hundreds of kids. It's like 12, maybe a dozen.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
If you have all of their teeth.
That'd be a lot of kids.
Yeah.
They took the kindergarten classroom.
That,
Okay. Yeah, there's already just too much death in Barovia. It's not worth it to cut it short. I don't care what they're saying about a better life. I feel like there's a way we can fight out of this
At this point, you hear
situation.
tap 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 tap.
Yes?
You look over, and there's a raven at the window, looking in, just kind of testing the window. Tap 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 tap.
Oh no! I like grab a cloth and cover the window.
You hear a squawk from the other side as it takes flight.
Guys, did you just see that?
Yeah, we saw him maybe in the same one, maybe a different one, waiting outside the windmill as well.
So, do you think that's maybe the Count or the Fiends?
I don't think it's her. It definitely could be Strahd. I think she said that could be from the Valaki as well.
Oh,
It might not be. It might not be either of them. It could be somebody else.
Bendar is woken up
interesting.
from all the commotion, goes to investigate, asks what happens, and gets the information from you guys.
I'm
Bendar,
nervous.
as you're getting this information, you see at one of the other windows a raven just kind of looking around through the window.
Flint,
Well,
can you talk to it?
I can if he's open to it. I'll walk over to the window and then I'll cast Speak with Animal.
Smell death. Are you
What was
deaf?
that?
Smell death. Are you deaf?
I'm not deaf.
Smell death.
Mm.
Tap tap tap
We
tap.
we do have a skeleton.
Nope. Smell death. You have death.
Who are you representing? Are you from the
Death.
Count?
That's the only response they give. Death.
Weird.
Tap 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 tap.
I'll relay that to the group. He said he smells death.
Well, yeah, we've been smelling death since the day we got here.
Well,
we've been bathing in it, walking in it, swinging it around our shoulders.
Yeah, everyone needs to wash up tonight.
that,
yes.
or he thinks that either we're gonna die or that we bring death.
Yeah, I'm scared that we're gonna die. From like the fiends, we've been poking around a little. I think Dragonette's right that we should still keep guard just in case, because we never know. I'm nervous.
At that point, you see the raven fuck off again.
I hope it's not telling our information to anyone.
What information is that? We're in a tower in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Not too hard to find us if you wander down this road.
True.
Considering y'all are sitting at the crossroad right next off the main road.
Oh my god.
You're not exactly being subtle.
Okay.
You know, the more I think about this old crone, the more I think she fits the description of a creature I've heard of. They're called night hags, and they're said
Ooh.
to dwell in the outer plane known as Hades, the Grey Wastes.
And can you kill these things?
Well, just like any other fiend, they have their strengths and their weaknesses. But it kind of fits the description. If she's harvesting all these children, she could be harvesting their souls, and these night hags are well known to be soul merchants that deal with other fiends, either from the hells or the abyss, in trading these larvae, which are basically what ends up happening to mortals who are sent to the hells. They end up this larval monstrosity with the face of their former self.
And Bendar, do I want to know how you know this?
Mm.
You know what? No, you know what? You know what? Don't answer that question. I don't even want to know the answer to that question. Thank you. I'm good.
Let's just say it's a hobby of mine.
Appreciate the knowledge.
We all have our passions. So, how do you think we're gonna tackle this situation? I mean,
I thought we were done asking its questions. If we see it, we're gonna run out and attack it. Somebody else have a better idea?
What if they stay in there?
Oh, I was thinking, Flint, you could turn into a spider, go up to maybe the third or fourth floor, set it ablaze, and we can barricade them in and cook them like an oven, or they'll run out.
love that idea.
Set the windmill on fire.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if the spider could do that as a spider, but we can find ways to set it on fire. I mean, in theory, I could send a flaming arrow over or something.
I should point out that most of it is stone.
well, the
You'd be
inside
able to
might
get
be.
some of the like floors and whatnot, but the actual tower itself will be fine.
Yeah, that's why I said from the top, so it'll start crashing downwards.
Mm-hmm. We can still flush them out, possibly. I think it'd be better to take them on like one at a time if we could.
Ideally, but I don't know how we're going to do that. Now that we've given up kind of our plan. Honorable, not the smartest, maybe.
Did Dragonet hear two voices when we were there, or just her?
No, we heard multiple
Just her daughter?
voices, at least two upstairs when you were talking to Morgantha. So there are at least two others in, or at least one other with two voices inside the tower.
Okay. And all she mentioned was her daughter, which may or may not be true.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people are lying, saying they're doing good when they're not.
I mean, I'd be interested to see what Nimona thinks when she gets up.
Can I
Hopefully
reach
she
into
gets
my
up.
pouch, see if I can get like a, I don't know, what's something that smells for a spice? Lemongrass? Takes out some lemongrass, try to smelling salt her, see if she can wake up.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Chili powder. Why don't you use chili powder?
I don't want to hurt her.
We could get a bucket of something that good smelling soap bath water and dunk it on.
I mean, I could always give
Put
her
it
a
next to it.
bath.
Well, the other point is we're not attacking her tonight, right? So we can wait until the
Yeah.
morning. So
Yeah.
I
let's just
know.
rest. Let's just rest, and if she's not up in the morning, then we resort to the bucket draft thing.
Wait,
Alright.
what's the bucket thing? I missed that.
We're gonna dump a bucket of water over Nimona's head to wake her up if she's not awake by tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Well, speaking of water, does anyone have any access to, I don't know, holy water?
I think I used that already before we
Ah,
got abducted into the mist.
Eric might, but he's not here to. He's busy doing his thing right now.
I see. Mm,
Well, I'm gonna go take a bath. It's been weeks now.
What if we lure her out with the illusion? Like
Of a
say,
child illusion?
well, or we can make sounds like a bunch of children playing.
It's at this
Ooh.
point you hear Rose coming down. Oh, you think she'd come out? She did just barricade herself in.
Or brainstorming.
I mean, it's a fair idea. That's why I was asking. Do you think it would actually draw her out?
That I don't know.
Worth a try.
What do you think, Bendar? I think I heard you say something. You thought it was a night hag. Do you think they're easily drawn out, or do they tend to have intelligence? Large amounts of intelligence.
Well, that's the thing. They tend to be very intelligent and can maybe see through illusion. So, well, the only thing is with the illusion, if it's auditory, that might be enough to fool it. But still, random children showing up in the middle of this creepy place. Is there a village nearby?
You might as well put out a box with a set up with a string
With a string, yeah.
with a little plate underneath with a brownie on it.
But that's basically what she does with pastries and children.
I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of options here. It's either like
You're right.
figure out some tricky way to get her to come out, or we have to storm the dang bastion, and yeah.
I think maybe Najee's idea might be the best if we could somehow start from top down and get them out. I wish we could set traps, but I think it won't matter. I think they'll just see right past it.
Do we have any oil?
I don't know. Najee, do you have a
Flammable?
lantern? I don't know
I
if anybody
think
has a lantern.
I have a bag that I can grab spice out of.
The wood on the outside looks dry and starting to rot. It may be relatively flammable. If the wood on the inside's in the same condition, it would burn very well.
Ooh.
I do have 9 torches.
If it
Right.
still has the interior pieces of the windmill, you may be able to set the main rod in the middle of the building ablaze.
Does anyone have rope? Because if I can climb up there and tie some rope, maybe you guys could all climb in a window.
You'd only be able to get onto the 3rd floor. The very top where the windmill is on the 4th. There's no windows up there. Maybe that large crack, but I don't know if you'd be able to get through.
You could try.
Well, I could get through a crack as a spider if we want to try and window on the 3rd floor, but I hear us.
And I might be able to shoot flaming arrows into the building. But the door would have to be open. It'd have to be close enough to open the door before I could do that.
I do have rope and 2 flasks of oil and a lantern. If that will help us light them on fire at all.
All right. Let's burn down
Firebolt.
let's burn down a windmill.
Do you think we should wait until tomorrow when their defenses are perhaps a bit lower?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. And ours are a little bit higher.
Give us more time to plan.
Definitely.
Fire is definitely my forte. I have like 5 different ways to create fire. So
that's right. We have slushy.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Slushy? Oh.
The fire.
my fire cat.
Oh, right, right.
Well, spirit, but
Could we barricade the door?
Can you send slushy through the door, or does the door have to be open?
I think I just have to be able to see where they go.
Which means you
So
need
the door has to be open. But
I could see through a window.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there are no windows on the 1st level, but I could sneak up, open that door. We could and then we're standing back, and we start tossing fire in and run like we run like hell. This sounds like a really, really bad good idea.
Do you want to start the fire from the top or the bottom?
Fire is going to spread up faster than it spreads down.
You see Rose raise a hand.
This isn't class, Rose. You can
What's a class?
chime in whenever you want.
You probably have private tutors.
If do you think the kids aren't in there then, or have you believe? I believe you said they thought they passed away. Yes. Well, what if they are still in there?
How long ago did they go missing?
A week or more?
2 weeks.
About the same age as those teeth we found?
Mm.
I thought the teeth,
were older than that.
I'm sorry. I thought they were a week old.
No, I believe, if I remember what I said right, it was a couple weeks to a month at least.
Okay.
The last ones.
When Flint and I looked in, we were able to open the door and look inside that first level.
Mm-hmm.
The kids weren't being held there. There was one crate, or a chest, but it was only big enough to stuff one kid, and certainly not big enough to stuff a living kid in for very long. So, they may be on the upper levels, but I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear.
I could try and sneak in the crack as a spider and see if I can see if they're in there before coming back and letting you know.
Yeah. Yeah, a little spider stealth mission would be great.
Would it be best to go alone, or do you want us nearby to help in case something's going on? Or maybe a distraction? Try to draw them out?
Yeah, that sounds great. Definitely help or distraction.
Yeah, I mean, the worst case scenario is they don't leave the mill. We actually want them to come out, but probably not all at once.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do if the kids are in there?
Well, then we definitely have to lure them out.
Mm-hmm.
But if they've barricaded themselves in and they do have kids and they know you want the kid, because I believe Eric said something about rescuing a child from them in the past. Would that not cause them to bunker down?
Yeah.
Yes, but at the same time, then they have hostages, which are only valuable if they're alive.
Unless they can be used as a magical sacrifice for something.
No,
And that's putting the children at some considerable risk.
We're in the if they do that, then we're in the same spot we are now, where we're going to burn down the mill. So, yeah, I don't know. We have
At least we can maybe stop them from committing it.
Can you tell us any more about these what did you call them again, Bendar?
The night hags.
Yes, the night hags. Can you tell us anything more about them, like the deals they make, or the things they get involved in? Is it possible to open a line of communication with them that would be advantageous to the group?
I don't know enough about them to... Yeah, I don't know enough. I just know that from the rumors and myths and legends that have been told from, planner explorers, that's what they do. They're basically soul merchants. They go collecting souls and then selling them to the highest bidder at the markets.
Well, if that's the case, is there any way they polish the souls? Make them more appetizing to those that they're selling? Or a certain kind of soul, perhaps?
I wonder what a soul tastes like.
I could... Let me do some research. He opens up his book and starts skimming through.
Alrighty.
I don't know if they care about this windmill, but we do have the deed to it, and you are the proud owner, Rose.
Am I?
Well, that's right. That's right, Rose. This is your windmill we're burning down.
Is it?
Yeah, who has the deed?
Probably Eric.
Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, can we forge?
He has it, but he's off doing things.
Yeah.
Probably looking
I
after
mean,
them.
maybe you can tell them you're the owner and you want to inspect what they're doing.
Or evict them. Tell them you want rent. Cost is 2 children.
Cost us 2 children for.
2 children a month.
Do you think that would work with a fiend?
No. No, I don't think that would work.
Kind of. I feel like they're very they'll stick to the deals that they make.
It could maybe distract them while they sneak in, though.
Yeah, but would they be distracted by the kids? Like, we have to come up with something maybe bigger.
And we'd have to get them to admit that they have them in the first place.
Yeah. What if we mess with the stone circle and upset them?
Oh, the one in back?
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a good idea.
I don't know
Also a
what
very
we could.
dangerous idea.
I don't even know what we could do to it that would mess it up. It's just giant
Take all the teeth.
stones.
Yeah, we could take the teeth, we could deface things. Take the coin.
We
I
already
thought-
did. We have the coin,
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
do? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I gave it to Flint.
Okay.
So if it's cursed, it's on him.
What was it? What did you give me? Cursed item?
the platinum coin that was on top of one of the monoliths. I flipped it to you because you were looking at the character on the front of it to see whether or not it was anybody you recognized.
Oh, cool. I'll add a platinum for now and hopefully remember it's cursed.
Well, I don't think there's anything else we can do tonight, right?
Not too much now.
All right. Well, then somebody come find me and relieve me so I can get 4 hours of rest. Other than that, y'all can rest yourselves.
Yep.
Is there anything the party would like to chat about while the hours whittle away?
I just want to ask Rose, like, what do you think is a good way to draw the fiends out?
Well, if they're merchants, perhaps wanting to buy something from them or something to sell. That's what comes to mind.
I'll definitely be open to buying more pastries, but I feel like we should have something with more value to them.
Like a soul?
Yeah.
Whose soul are you intending to sell?
I don't know. Could we sell kind of one of the souls of, like, the undead? One of the people that you raise?
They don't actually have souls. They're using magical energies in place of what the soul would do. But the body is nothing but bones and magic. Some of the bones aren't even proper bones. They're recreation made by magic. But no, they wouldn't be able to be sold as souls.
Maybe an animal?
That would be a question for Bendar. I'd imagine a soul's quality is attached to its inherent intelligence or strength of
Yes,
will.
I'm reading a passage here. I'm still researching, but it does mention that night hags can immediately determine the soul larva quality. And
Whoa.
yeah. But
You said these soul larvas are the individuals that go. Does that mean human tieflings or other sentient beings? Would a squirrel become a larvae if they enter this area?
I don't think so. It has to be, well, what many would call sentient creatures.
Hmm. Hmm.
So perhaps we could go looking for marauders or something? Eh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a better idea than the one I just thought of.
what
What's
were you
selling
thinking?
Eric?
No, of course not. It was just a stupid idea. I was thinking maybe we could blow the cannon and then make the people come and then turn on them and then use them as bait to get the children. But Marauders is such a better idea.
Here's something. I mean, I'm still looking, but I believe this is from Mordekainen's writings, but yeah, it says, which souls become larvae upon death, possibly even the specific malicious acts necessary for a wicked mortal to become a soul larva. With this knowledge, night hags caught the larval life essence of those they had corrupted in their soul bags before dragging them down to Hades, where they could be especially powerful kind of soul larva. It seems like the power of the soul larva may be connected to the wickedness and the corruption of an individual. So night hags, I guess, might make the value of a larva more by corrupting it even more, which they can do with dream haunting and some other
Oh.
vile acts that they can do.
So they could
But
be
that would be
torturing.
to do something while they were still alive, meaning there's a high chance those kids are still alive and under duress.
They're probably being tortured.
Yeah,
Oh
It also,
that would be a
yeah, it
great
also means
possibility.
we probably can't sell Eric because he's not evil at all.
no. Yeah. Oh
Who
goodness.
could we sell?
No.
If that's the route we want to go down. Marauders would be a good choice, as they usually have foul deeds to their names, but that would also leave the old windmill unwatched.
Hmm.
We
Is
might
there
be able to
anyone here
ask.
we go ahead?
I was going to say we might be able to ask Nimona to watch it in the morning.
Would Nimona be of any use in her? Even if she wakes up, will she have strength to her?
I don't know,
Hmm.
but she can fly, or at least she could. Oh, that's right. Her wings were severely damaged, weren't they, in the
Mm-hmm.
fall? All right. Well,
Mostly lit on fire.
yeah, I don't like the idea of leaving anyone behind.
And we are a good distance away from any other towns, meaning the chances of finding somebody out here would be slim unless they're traveling the road.
Well,
Are
on
we
the other,
using the sail?
go ahead, Flint.
Are we using the sail to try and get them out of the tower?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to entice them to come out of the tower, basically offer them an exchange. And the other thing is that if they are gone while we're busy collecting a soul, they're going to come back.
Would they?
Why
You
would they
said they might
leave?
be running. Well, you did just inform them that Strahd wanted to kill them.
But if they're running and they leave Barovia, then our problem just got solved.
But
They're
they could be
gone.
killing. But they could be killing children somewhere else.
Better them than us.
Or they could
Mm,
take those two if they have them.
Have they already threatened you?
Well,
not yet.
they were shooting. As I recall, she was shooting spells at us while we were trying to chase her down. Although we were running after her pretty heavily.
I should also
Yeah.
point out that it was the sleep spell that y'all were hit with. That's the only spell she cast.
Mm-hmm.
Choices, choices.
All I know is when it comes to battle, I'm gonna place protection from evil on Naji. It's the only thing I can think of. Protect
Does
against
anyone
charms
wanna?
and all that.
That sounds useful.
I mean, the Count also did ask us to do this, and
What
I'm a little
exactly was
nervous of pissing him off.
what was it the Count actually asked? I was under the impression he just asked you to look into it.
Mm.
And then report back to him.
But the children.
So maybe the first order of business is finding out if there's alive people in there.
We're definitely gonna need
Yeah.
a stealth mission. That's I
Mhm.
don't think anyone disagrees with that.
Mhm.
Okay.
It may be a good idea to go in the early hours of the morning when
Yeah.
people are still getting up. They might be up and around moving, but they'll usually be doing their morning rituals, which means not often paying too much attention. Like the end of a watch, usually it'd be a good time to hit during that point of view because the watcher would be tired or the individual that is to reclaim them is still in the process of waking up.
It could work.
Mm.
Definitely give us some time afterwards to plan further.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
So maybe right before, right as sunrise, maybe
Or right before.
right before. Okay.
Right before would be the better. If you wait till sunrise, you run the risk of somebody have gotten up early.
Right.
Okay, so I'll make sure to. I guess we'll go to bed early.
Yeah. I cozy up in one of the beds and try to go to sleep.
Is somebody going to relieve me? I just need 4 hours before we depart. So if somebody can spell me at midnight.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
I'll take the second watch. I only need 4 hours of sleep as well. Well, I'm not sure I can call it sleep.
I'll take one of the watches. I'll take the last one, I guess, the third one.
Would be the fourth.
Okay, fourth.
Because there's effectively 4 normal slots, each of 2 hours. Naji can stay asleep, can be in 2 of them. Rose could be in the other 2. As well as the skeleton will be up the entire time.
Okay.
So even without the party, you have the skeleton on watch. You have the alarm spell around the tower. Dragonet wants to stay up for 2 of them. Rose will be up for another 2 and mostly conscious during the other ones. So the decisions is who wants to be up for which group, if at all.
So who wants to be awake when somebody's watching?
Mm-hmm. For which watch, if anybody wants to actually be awake.
Oh,
Because it sounds like
I'll take fourth.
Rose will take the first 2. Dragonet will be in the 3 and 4. The skeleton will be in all 4. Does anybody want to help on any of those watches?
Bender will take the fourth one.
Okay.
I'll
Missy's
help on the first one.
Missy's probably just gonna sleep this one.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous since Strahd is just shooting Nimona, but I'll stay up for the first one.
I'll look to the second one. I feel like if something's gonna happen, it'll be around midnight.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
Mm-mm.
Alrighty, so the party starts to get some rest, bunkering down to prepare for the mission for tomorrow. Rose and who else are awake for the first one? I believe somebody said they wanted to be in the
Flint,
watch.
yeah.
Okay. Do you say anything to Rose? She mostly seems to be sitting in a chair, reading a book.
I guess I'll ask what she thinks happened to Irina and Nimona. If she thinks they might have been, I don't know. She was with Strahd for a bit. Just wondering if she has any inclination.
Hmm. Can you tell me a little bit more about Nimona? Do you know anything?
Not too much, to be honest. I mean, she has wings. She knows divination magic. Uh, she seems to be, I don't know, fairly pure.
Well, my best guess is I believe I was informed that she was injured shortly before arriving at the castle, yes?
Yeah, she was injured on her way to Barovia, I guess.
Perhaps something spooked her while in the castle, and she decided to fight? It wouldn't explain the large amounts of energy being put out, but... And that's if Strahd was the one she was fighting, if there wasn't somebody else there. I believe he does have a few members on staff that are capable of casting magic.
Yeah. I just hope she's okay.
You also have to wonder if she didn't misunderstand what was going on. I believe she informed Naji that Ismark had died, yes? Is that what he said?
Yes.
What if something had indeed happened and Ismark was injured, and in her haze she jumped to conclusion and started fighting?
Suppose it's possible.
But then again, it could also be that she saw Ismark flat murdered by beheading or something, which would be worrisome as well. Then it brings up the question of who and why, and what happened to Miss Irina. Oh, I miss Irina. You see Rose deflate a little bit.
Well, hopefully we'll get some answers soon. But I'm sure she's okay.
If Ismark is dead, I very much doubt that.
Well, we'll see what Nimona knows. Hopefully when she wakes up.
You see Rose kind of tugs her feet up into her chest, and you immediately recall the small ghost girl with her feet curled against her chest, sitting next to her body where she was abandoned.
I'll ask her or say if she ever wants a friend for her ability to play with. Maybe he could play with a spirit.
Pardon?
Just try and change the top.
She looks a little distracted.
Yeah, I don't know if you've met, and they'll summon my wildfire spirit.
No, I haven't. Is it possible to pet him with him being made of fire?
Uh, yeah, he or they. I mean, they're made of fire, but they also can help with healing. So as long as you're friendly, they won't harm you.
Does he have an actual physical body, or is he just effectively an elemental made of fire?
I
You see she
guess
leans forward, her legs falling to the side as she leans in interested.
they're more of a spirit, fire elemental. I don't know if I've ever tried to pet them.
If they're simply a spirit or an elemental, I doubt they'll have a pure body that you'd actually be able to touch. That is unfortunate.
Let's find out. I'll call him in and see if I stick my hand
Go straight through.
through.
It is stupid hot in his chest. And the cash is looking like, what the fuck, dude?
It's warm at least.
He's looking at you just like, your fist is in my chest. What the fuck you doing? He's got this look of offense on his face.
I just had to know.
Had to do
I'll hold my
what?
hand.
The cat seems to say. You
What
see
would
the
happen?
cat
Maybe
shiver. It felt weird.
Okay, so I guess petting's enough.
It's at that point the dog comes sprinting around the corner to chase the cat. Dog might be skeletal, the cat might be fire, but it's a cat and a dog. As much of the party is quickly woken as there is considerable amount of crashing. Dragonette, as you're laying there, something lands on your stomach. It seems just like a flutter. You kind of look down, there's a fucking fire cat that goes by. Right as you turn back to look, the fucking skeleton dog bowls your ass over and keeps going.
Slushy!
I'll tell Slushy to teleport back to me, and then I'll de-summon him, I guess.
You think that's going to stop that old dog? That dog's locked eyes. It's going. It's flying. The dog is airborne. What you gonna do?
Well, I'm out of wild shapes, otherwise I'd turn into one. But I'll try and catch him, I guess.
Let's see if I could find something real quick. There's an image I want.
Bendar looks over, shakes his head, and then covers his head with his book, or his face.
Oh boy. If you look in Discord, you will see effectively what this dog is doing. Dog goes flying over the couch and just collides with your chest. Bones going every which way.
Oh no.
Which leaves you holding a skull and the torn fabric that was Rose's cloak.
I'll just turn slowly and stretch my arms out and hand the skull to Ron. Sorry, I thought they would be more friendly.
It's a cat and a dog. I'm not all that surprised. As you see the other bits of bone start flying towards her to reconstitute into the dog who's just sitting there panting. He's like, yeah, I did good. Fuck yeah. I chased that
Oh, he
cat.
seems proud.
He's absolutely proud of himself. Sorry, everyone. Feel free to head back to bed. And the rest of the first watch happens without too much going on. You are allowed to head back to Bled Flint. Rose will take the second watch. I don't think anybody said they wanted to be up for second watch, did they?
I'm up for second. I said closer to midnight something might happen.
That's Naji, yes?
Yep.
Rose goes over and wakes you up.
Ah.
Then you'll get into the second hour. Anything you want to do while you're sitting on watch?
If Rose saw anything in the tower or at the castle.
Not really. I was just in a resurrection room. Well, medical wing, I suppose. Not long after, I was asked to stand on a teleportation pad for a little while, in case I was needed, as I heard Mr. Bigcrest might need some assistance, so I waited, and then I ended up with you guys.
Oh. You seem to have a fascination with Eric.
Is there something wrong with that?
I'm just curious. It seems like he was just one, I don't know, spiritual melding for a time.
Well, that is an interesting way to look at it. But yes, I do think there is a residual mark left on my spirit by his. I think that may have to do with it.
Did you speak to Yondala or whoever?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Everything's a bit fuzzy. It's like when I sit down and I think about something that Eric might have once known, like with the Elevensies. It's not something I should know at all, but when I went to say something, it was there, and I suddenly knew it like I'd always known it.
Yeah.
Despite the fact I have no memory of learning of that thing.
Curious.
Yes, very.
I offer her, you want sweet or something more savory?
It's all right. It may be best to save it for another day.
Very well.
I did have a question for you, Mr. Naji.
Yeah?
Why do you always wear that armor?
Oh.
I don't
Well.
think I've seen you out in proper.
Oh. Many reasons. One, isn't it more hopeful? A nameless warrior coming in to a different village. Someone in need might see themselves and rise up when they look at me. No one special. At least that was the goal of it.
Oh, I see.
Yes. And two, what's the word? What was it?
So you wanted to make yourself a folk hero? Somebody remembered mostly in tales and by deeds instead of by who you actually are.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I would say so. I want my deeds to be from myself and not from, well, the family or the lands I come from, I guess.
Are you afraid of yourself?
I think my appearance would cause more issues with others, more so than being afraid of myself.
How so?
Well, they may fear the way I look.
I think everyone fears everything here.
That's very true.
I don't think it would make it much worse. Could it?
Well, an old tale. Let's see. One tiefling is a curiosity. Two is a conspiracy.
And yet a tiefling is no different than a halfling or an elf. At
I'd
least
rather
not
not.
here.
I'd rather not chance it.
If
Then
you're
for
sure.
when, yes. Then for maybe when we escape Barovia.
She looks over at the skeleton. I think I may cause more issues than you will.
Ah,
The skeleton was just kind of looking at a raven that was looking through the window. They're kind of doing the back and forth bob. The raven would try to look around. The skeleton would lean that way to be in its vision.
oh. Yes. What are we gonna do about your posse when we visit town?
We could leave him out of town, or there is another option I read about once. In the distant past, there was a necromancer that always garbed their. Zombies don't really work with it, but skeletons in plate mail or extremely covering armor that you wouldn't be able to tell that there wasn't a proper body underneath it.
Oh.
With the right, effectively stuffing and straps, I think it could be doable to effectively fake the human form enough. After all, the human body is effectively the bones surrounded by meat, yes?
Yes.
So as long as we can fill it out properly, nobody should be able to notice.
I
Other
could
than
imagine.
the fact they don't talk, but with somebody like you around, they could just see them as more faceless heroes.
Huh. That's a good idea. Algae's band of nameless nobodies.
I suppose we would have to find ways to get armor that would cover them.
Yeah, that one might be a bit trickier. And I don't really want you to leave them outside. You'd have to come back out every day and recast your spell or unsummon them. I don't know if that's an option.
Skeletons are incredibly versatile creatures. If I can arm them with the right equipment, they usually take to it if their original bodies had use of them before.
Could I see the spell that you use? Or could you describe it?
No, it's a simple animation spell. And she starts going into the exacts of it. It effectively refills out the slot of the soul with magical energies and helps replace any missing bones that it might have lost along the way. Let's say there was extreme damage to the skull, like this one had. It used to have a large chip in the top of the skull, probably where the original individual died, but it has since been repaired.
Interesting. Well, I think you asked once whether or not summoning an undead was an evil act. I would say by common feelings, now it's usually considered evil. But if it is, then you just have to work twice as hard to make it good.
Perhaps.
I can
Would you
imagine.
want to be resummoned to continue the fight as a faithless soldier, given the chance? After you fall, we all
Oh,
do eventually.
well, death does seem quite boring. Undeath, it's starting to grow more and more interesting, I'd say.
Like this, I wouldn't be able to properly raise you. Not as a resurrection. Mr. Bigcrest, as he gets stronger, may be able to do something similar. But in the meantime, I could reanimate your body to stand for your friends. Even in death, you could be the shield that keeps them alive.
Sounds promising. I'll go with the yes for now.
There's a nod.
Yeah, I could imagine. Wouldn't need so much labor in the lands if you can get skeleton farmers. This land seems to be lacking in manpower.
If you resurrect a farmer, sometimes they do keep the ability and knowledge of how to farm.
Huh. Useful to
It's kind of. Are you familiar with automated tasks? Things you know so well you don't really think about it. Your hands just do.
I'd say so.
Like with a warrior like you, a certain what are the words for it? Kasha,
Uh, Years of training would imbue. What's the term?
muscle memory. That's what I'm looking
That's
for.
the one.
Effectively, how to use your weapon. A farmer with the muscle memory of how to use a plow might retain that as a skeleton.
That's funny. Being as a skeleton doesn't have muscle, but
Some of those are registered within the mind and then so to the soul and leave a mark on the body when it leaves. Meaning sometimes they're able to keep that. Not all the time, though.
keep that in mind.
There's a nod. Well, I should probably go wake up Dragonette. You
Yep.
should get some sleep. I'll wake up the next watch.
I go into like a pillow fort.
Dragonette, you are gently woken up.
Okay, I'm assuming I've had a long rest at this point. Or I'm sorry, I still have 4 hours of light duty to go.
Yeah, you've
Okay.
been through your
Trance or whatever it is.
yeah, so you still have to
cool.
rest, but you can be awake now.
Yep. Yeah. So, all right, she's up and taking her place by the door.
Good luck. Is anybody? Does she need to wake anybody else up for third watch?
No, it was just gonna be her.
My friend will keep you company. Have a safe watch. You
Thank
see
you.
her sit down and just stop moving in one of the chairs not too far away from you. Her eyes are
great.
trained on the door.
Yep. Yeah, it's not creepy at all. Although the skeleton friend has just the level of conversation I'm looking for right now.
He looks over at you from the window.
Exactly.
Those skeleton eyes just looking, despite not having eyeballs. Just,
Mm-hmm.
do you need something? It seems to say.
Nope. Just keep on keeping on, creature.
It goes back to looking out the window. The third watch passes relatively quietly. Not a single sound outside, save for the creaking of the building around you. Do you ever wake anybody up for fourth watch, or do you just let them sleep?
No, I'm gonna let him sleep because I don't need anybody else. I'll wake him up if I see anything, but no, I'll continue to be on watch without waking anybody up.
And eventually, the fourth watch finishes as well, and the party starts to wake. Whoever was supposed to
It was
get up
actually,
for the fourth watch.
yeah, I was gonna say it was just Flint. Me and Flint were gonna go. As far as I know, I
Bendar
don't
was
think anybody
gonna
else.
do fourth watch, but yeah, if you
He
didn't
is
wake him
Bendar.
up, he's not there.
There
So
you go.
he'll
Well, I'll wake you up. I'll wake you up when I get Flint because now there's nobody. So
Because Flint was up for the first one. So now everybody's just waking up.
okay.
okay. Bendar will start making a pact with his weapon.
And the sun has yet, or the light has yet to rise in the on the mountainside. There's a little bit of extra color, but not much.
Yeah. So Flint, same deal as last time. I think you had the pass without trace, if I recall. You were able to make us really silent, and then you were gonna turn into a spider. So I'm gonna do my best to get you as close to the building as possible, and then it'll be up to you. We can talk now, and then we'll go from there. Once you're into a spider, we only have yes no questions, and I'll have you like raise your front two legs for no and raise one for yes, so we can at least communicate that way while you're still in your spider shape. How do you want to do this? Do you want to climb up the outside wall and go in, or you want to go? And by the way, we can do all this while we're walking. Do you want to go up the outside wall and go in, or do you want to go in through the main door and look around on the first level and then go up from the inside?
I mean, Rose said there was a big crack in it. Is that right?
There is a crack on the higher floor. There's a lot of cracks right where the fourth floor is, as it has a different colored topper, and the stone is aged and cracked. There's also windows on the second and third floor.
I mean, honestly, anything seems. Was there like a gap under the door? I thought I could go.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I'm
simple
sure
wood.
there's. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's an easy way you can go into that front door, but I didn't know if you wanted to go in higher up.
I would think higher up would be better.
Okay, and then the other thing I need to know is how do I know when you're in trouble? In other words,
Well,
I need to give you a certain amount of time before I go back and get the others to know that something has happened and you're not able to get out.
Well, if I remember the plan right, the rest of the party was effectively going to bang on the front door.
Oh, that's right.
They'll
They were
be
going to
there.
provide the distraction. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Then I
that
don't
can
have
only
to
be a
worry about
spider
it.
for an hour.
Yep. Okay, cool. So then that would answer the question. If you're not back out in an hour, then we're gonna provide a very loud distraction. So is the intent that we're gonna do this. All right, cool.
Based on what I understand, Rose is going to march up to the front door and demand rent. Imagine that. You haven't woken up, sun hasn't risen. Bang, 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 bang. Open up. Rent time, bitches.
You back rent. They owe you back rent.
How's your have you been taught how to collect rent from your parents?
She'll just ask if you have a warrant.
What's a warrant? She's actually looking at you like, what's a warrant?
Nothing. No, that was meta though.
Just had the
If you
deed
don't
today.
say it's not in there, if you don't say it's out of character, it's said in character. But yeah, y'all head up. Rose is actually, before y'all leave, is fixing a hood over the skeleton's face so you can't see it in the dark.
Mm.
It looks kind of like a henchman.
Oh.
And you see her straighten herself up, fix her clothes, trying to look the part of the noblewoman. You actually get a flash of she kind of looks like her mother.
Is that a good thing or a bad?
Considering the mother wanted to do bad things to her baby brother. Probably not. But yeah, she
I will
heads
ask if
back down.
can the skeleton walk up to the building first? Because we saw them cast some spells. They don't want to like turn into a spider and then get lit on fire when I touch the building or something.
Oh, Rose is going straight for the door with the skeleton. The skeleton's in front of her.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Flint, you and I are going to sneak around the back, have them give us a little bit of a head start, but we're going to sneak around back, and I'll deposit you from there, and just I'm going to be hiding from them while they're out the front. I'll be hiding in the back, ready to either help out wherever you are or go out front and help Rose.
And this Flint, you're gonna be hanging out in the back.
Well, Flint's going to be the spider. He's going to.
Oh,
be
sorry.
up
Okay.
in.
So a dragonette. You're gonna be
Dragonette's going to be in the back. Yep.
okay.
Because I've got to get. I want to deliver Flint. I want to deliver Flint in a place that they're not going to be looking for him. The
Okay.
opposite side of the building from the distraction.
Did Nimona ever wake up?
Missy, where are you going?
Nimona did actually wake up.
Ooh.
I think I'd probably
She
want to
is
be in
with the party
front.
a little confused. But she's coming with you guys.
Huh?
She's a little delirious, and she's leaning on Flint for support. Actually, no, it's Najee she's leaning on because he's the big metal one.
Ah.
Let me expand my map.
You see her wings have completely regenerated their wings.
Oh, nice.
So where do you think I would be best? Maybe on the side, looking in, so I have a shot, and maybe not.
There's no windows on the front floor or first
Yeah.
floor.
I mean, you're just gonna approach that front door.
Okay.
Yeah, you're charismatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back up Rose and
People haven't really taken to my kind of charisma, though.
And it is a creepy old lady.
try,
Yeah.
try try
So now
something
you're-
different.
Yeah. Now you're the muscle. You're the enforcer.
Yeah.
I mean,
But as y'all walk up, Dragonette and oh no, Flint is a spider somewhere else. He's over there. You see
What's
the
the
skeleton.
blue?
Do what?
There's like blue 14 bar on my head.
That is your AC.
Oh, okay.
I have it there so I can actually see everybody's AC at a whim.
Yep.
Makes it easier when I fight.
Oh.
But you see the skeleton marches off as Dragonette and Flint go around the side and start banging on the door, which immediately just opens.
Huh.
Okay.
You see Rose just like, she kind of looks over at Nachi, just like,
I shrugged back. I'm like, I wasn't expecting that. It was, I mean, it was magically locked yesterday, right?
yeah, it was.
Oh,
Go
this is
in there
really.
and see if there's any traps. You see the skeleton just fucking walk right in. The door swings shut behind him.
Huh.
Rose waits. Y'all don't hear anything.
Oh boy.
And then Rose just goes and walks in.
I guess. Okay.
What do y'all do? The
I'm gonna
Dragonette, you heard the banging, and then nothing.
Yep. And so all I'm doing is watching Flint. I'm putting him high on the wall and watching him climb up the tower, and I'm watching his progress until he goes inside.
Okay.
Yep. I'll climb up and look for a crack to get through.
You see one right at the very top.
All right.
The rest of the party just waiting outside.
I mean,
I'm gonna call to Rose and be like, Rose, is it safe to come in?
Rose opens the door. I don't think there's anybody in here.
oh, that's
Oh.
not good.
Maybe we shouldn't go inside. What if it's a trap and we get sealed inside?
I'll go ahead and go in.
Is the cart actually there?
No.
Fuck.
Uh, well, we could surprise them when they come home, maybe? I don't know.
I think they left.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and do a. Can I do a search?
You look at, what are you searching for?
Secret doorways or yeah,
That would
basically.
be perception. Rose is currently looking at the door to see if it will lock behind y'all by magical means.
Okay. Perception.
Arcana from Rose. I don't see any forms of magic on this door.
Oh dear.
I can see the remnants, but that's about it.
I guess I'm gonna put Nimona down by.
But she's not like hanging on you. She's just kind of leaning on you.
All right.
The moment you move away, she steadies herself. She's
All
just
right.
a little wobbly.
Take care. Don't push yourself. I'm gonna start going in using Rose. I'm gonna start making my way to the second floor.
Okay, Flint, it's about this time you do make it up into the crack. It takes a little bit of squeezing, but you do make it through.
Do I see anything inside or hear anything or anything?
Bop. Bop. Flint walks over here. Alrighty, so give me a second. We'll start with Flint. Flint, you get in through that creek, and you're in the peak of this domed chamber that's filled with old machinery. There's not a lot of room to move around had you been in your human form, and that's about it. There's some light sleeping in through the crack you came through. Looks like you can see an abandoned bird's nest up above you.
Okay. Do I see any like stairs to get down a level or anything?
You do see a trapdoor. You will not be able to open it as a spider.
Yeah.
Down on the second floor, however, Naji, you're walking up, and you walk up into a room with dirt-caked windows that allows very little light. The room you're standing in is about 8 feet tall, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a gear shaft that goes up and through the ceiling. There is also a stone staircase off to the other side, leaning around up higher.
You want to go Flint, or should I?
I mean, once I look around, I don't see anything, and I see the trap door. I'll probably de-shift and then open it as a human Flint and peek down.
Alrighty. Naji, as you're going up, you hear high above you the creaking of a door.
I go up more.
So you come up more, and it's just about the time Flint's peeking down. You hear footsteps coming up towards you, Flint. What's your first reaction as you're hearing these footsteps rush upstairs?
I mean, I'm trying to just like open it a little bit so I can like peek in. I want to see what it is, so I'll just kind of hold.
You look around. There's in the center room. You see a shaft that goes down below you, Flint, and it seems to be a mostly cramped circular room. Over it, you got what looks like a rotting wooden closet, kind of pushed up to the corner, and you're seeing the tops of a couple crates stacked up next to them, with clothing just kind of heaped next to those crates. And also, there is a moldy bed. Very moldy.
Okay. If I don't see any people or anything, I'll open the hatch and jump down.
You hear footsteps on the stairs.
I'll probably
They sound
crouch like back behind the stairs over here and ready a spell,
you
a
recognize
magic
fucking
spell.
Naji. But from
I
your new
won't tell
vantage
someone.
point, as you're about to come down, Flint, and as Naji's coming up, because he comes up right as you're just about to go down the trapdoor, Naji, you do see something of note. The one thing Flint couldn't see, because of his angle, is those things next to the closet. They're crates with bars. The bottom two have little bodies in them.
Oh no.
They look familiar. They match the description of Freak and Myrtle.
No.
Ah. I will see if they're alive.
You stomp your way over and you see the little girl, probably Myrtle, kind of flinch and kind of raise her head and look up with these big blue eyes. She sees you, this mountain of metal, walking at her, and you see her shrink back to the back of the cage. He's like 4 years old. Maybe 5.
Myrtle. We've come to help you.
Yeah, that's what the old lady said. You hear a voice from under Myrtle. As you look down, the fucking boy has woken up as well and is looking at you with the absolute confidence of a 7-year-old.
Oh.
Do you know who they went?
Fuck.
Hi, Naji.
What the fuck, Flint? Don't scare me like that.
Look, now there's 2 of them, and one of them's green. The witch put a hex on you too? You see he's got a weird smile. You can see as he opens his mouth, he's missing some teeth. He looks like a boy that has gets himself into trouble and has got some of his teeth knocked out for it. Baby teeth, but this is a little shitling of a kid, and you know it.
Right. Not just mind. It's like it is so punchable.
By the way, the party downstairs can hear this. The kid's not quiet.
Yeah. We found the kids. I yell back.
I run up.
Oh, look at that. Mr. Metal has to call on his friends. Meh.
Hello.
He's
Right.
got he's sticking his tongue out right until Ms. E runs up, and you immediately see his face go a little bit red, and he looks away.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna. How big is this cage? Like, very large.
It's not very big. They can't stand up. They're just kind of hunched over.
Could we pick up the cage with them in it and bring it with us?
There's 3 stacked on top of each other.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna walk up, sway my tail a little bit, and say, "So, what is it? Freak? Is that your name?"
Yeah. How do you know my name? He is not looking at you. He is
Some.
looking away.
um, we met someone who was looking for you and Myrtle.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they went after Myrtle. Everybody likes Myrtle. You see the girl is on the cage above him and is still kind of cowering at the back.
They were looking for you too, Freak. We're here to get you out and take you back home.
No, I don't want to go home.
Why not?
How do you think I ended up here? Oh, sorry, miss.
Well, we're trying to eliminate this problem. And if that means making these fiends meet their ends, we will. We just have to track them down.
I
Where
wouldn't do that, miss. I don't want to. You see his face go red and his voice kind of peters out.
are there any other rooms in this tower, little boy?
Well, there's not really any rooms, but there's a floor above us through that trap door that you came through. And, well, if you came through that one, I suppose you... How did you get up there? Are you with the old hag?
I just looked at Flint.
Oh, I thought that was Flint talking. Was that Bendar?
Oh well, because he said, How did we get up in the crawl space?" And that was Flint that came, from the top.
Yeah. I misunderstood who was talking.
Oh,
My bad. You should ask your friend up there. He's the one that's been looking around. How'd you get up there anyway, Mr. Green? You working with the hags?
Not working with them. Looking for them.
where did the hags go?
I don't know. And they were here last night whispering about something.
Did you hear them leave?
I was asleep. They threw crumbs at us like they always do, but...
Are there any
Ah.
secret doors here that you know of?
He looks at you with a really face as he's sitting behind a locked door in a cage.
Well, should we let them out?
Of course, I'm gonna try and start unlocking the cages if they're locked.
Yep, roll me a thief toolkit. You managed to pop. You managed to pop first one up. Who are you getting out, Feek or Myrtle?
Feek first.
Oh, thanks, miss. I thought you were gonna grab Myrtle and go.
No, we're here for both of you. I care about you too. Just stay
I'm
close to
gonna
me.
come down to Najee, where he is, and then I'll whisper to him, "Hey, maybe I'm paranoid, but they said that they didn't hear him leave. Maybe could you scope out those 2 kids and just make sure,
Oh,
they're not
that's a good point.
Shapeshifters.
Also here, did you see like a magic, maybe like a magic teleportation circle?
Did I?
Yeah.
I did not.
Huh. Strange.
But I didn't check, so
I
it
was
just
gonna get Dragonette. Wherever she's hiding.
Dragonette's still outside.
Yeah.
She's been hanging outside waiting for Flint to come back. And
Yeah,
he
Bender and
hasn't
Najee
heard
are
any.
standing next to y'all.
yeah. I'll go ahead
Exactly.
and
So she hasn't.
update
Heard anything.
Dragonette.
it was just fine.
Okay. Then I'm
Holler
going to
at-
come inside. I'm actually going to be searching on the first floor right when you enter, looking around that area to see where am I? Here I am. I'm going to go inside here
Okay.
and look around through all of this stuff to see if I can't find evidence of what they were doing, so that even if we don't find the hags, then we at least have an idea of what they were doing.
Alrighty, roll me an investigate check.
Bendar nods approvingly.
God, I am not good at investigation, but we'll roll.
Dragonette, there's a couple things that you notice that you missed the day before. The first is kicked behind some of the things, is just as if they were kicked out of the way as somebody's walking. There's tiny human bones just littering the
Oh.
floor.
Oh no.
Skulls?
No, just like little bones.
Got it. Okay.
Like finger bones, wrist bones, none of the big bones.
Got it. I'll grab one of the smaller ones just to show. I'm going to give it to our resident necromancer Bendar when he comes down.
Is Bendar a necromancer?
he is in my mind. He's not, but he is in my mind. If I was going to ask anybody about bones, it's going to be him. Okay.
Not the necromancer standing next to you.
Fiend summoners and necromancers get lopped in one group all the time. So
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying, CC, and you're absolutely right. I am not asking that necromancer. I'm asking Bendar.
I'm just laughing at the back. I'm going to ask the resident necromancer. Walks back the skeleton, past the skeleton. back.
What's the
That's
other
just
thing
funny.
what's the other thing?
You see in one of the barrels, it's currently empty, but there's this odd greenish black ichor on the side of the barrel. It seems like this might have been emptied. You remember seeing a lid on it the day before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll call who is this? Is this skeleton?
Yeah, that's the skeleton.
Okay, got it. I'll call Rose and Bendar over, asking them if they can identify this green goop that's in there.
I'm gonna kind of
And
look
there you
at
don't
it.
even need to roll. You know what it is immediately due to your studies. That's
Gotcha.
demon ichor.
Yeah, that's the residue of. Well, yeah. Usually, when they die, they turn into ichor.
So that's evidence that they've been murdering children.
Not necessarily. If it's just ichor, it could be. Well, kids don't make ichor.
Yeah.
Maybe a summoning or something. That'd be more Bendar's thing. I'm not too familiar with demons.
Yeah, it's.
Do I hear them talking from upstairs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you fucker.
So what
Give me a
Dragonette,
moment.
what she's trying to figure out is, were they baking kids into pies? It's obvious there's been dead kids in here because she's got evidence of a child's bones. But is this like a kitchen? Is there like a butcher area? Does this look like a kitchen that they would use to prepare meat pies made out of kids?
You're looking around and you really don't see anywhere for butchering anything. The most interesting thing you find is as you're going through the cabinet, you find several gourds filled with a white powdery substance.
Oh, I'm handing those right to Bendar.
What the?
Powdery substance.
Roll me medicine, arcana.
Yeah.
One of those.
Okay. Do Arcana.
You're not sure.
Yeah, how does
all.
is that advantage? Is that why he's coming up with two numbers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You see Rose looking over your shoulder. Is that bone powder? I've seen them used in some rituals, but why would they have it here?
I'm gonna show both of them or point out the pile of bones, the children's bones over in the side. Could that bone powder have been? Is it like would they use like a mortar and pestle to grind bones to make that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Is
you
there
see a look go over her face. Or you could use a mill. She points over her head at the windmill you're
the
standing in.
grinding stone? All
I
right.
mean, it is
Dragonette
called
is
the
gonna
bone grinder.
As
Dragonette
well,
is gonna
before you go
go-
up, there are some more
Okay.
interesting things down there.
Oh, all right. You said
Hanging
two.
on
I
the-
was gonna count there. Go ahead.
There's a couple other things that are down here that
Yep.
are of interest. Those were the earlier two things were the more main things of interest. But you also have inside the cabinet door as you go in to close it. There's a dozen locks of hair pinned up inside against the back of the cabinet door. As well, there are three. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Rose and Bendar. Why would they need to keep those? Are they used for rituals, or are they just keepsakes to trophies?
Well, that depends on if the owners are still alive. If they are still alive, they can be used as scrying implements. If you have part of the individual you're trying to scry for, sometimes it makes it significantly easier to track the original host.
As for the demon Iker, I mean, this is the basically the blood and internal guts of demons. I think it's specifically demons, although I'm not sure if devils can also produce this, but it seems to be connected to demons, and it's often you can use this to enhance yourself, or sometimes it's used in construction of war machines. But yeah, that's all fantastical. I otherwise that's all I would know. It has
Did we
some.
destroy?
There is another reason they'd keep locks of hair like that. Trophies.
Either way, I'm thinking we destroy them.
And then there's one more thing before you head out in the cabinet. There are 3 small bottles with labels on them that draw your eye.
I'm gonna try to extract the demon Iker.
Okay, fair enough. Do you have anything to put it in?
I believe I have some glass vials. Let me check.
Fair enough.
Dragonette is going to hand the bottles to Rose because she can't read.
Fair enough. The first one is a golden syrupy liquid that Rose informs you is labeled youth. The second is some kind of red liquid that's labeled laughter. And the third is this greenish milky liquid labeled mother's milk.
Ooh.
There's also a chicken staring at you from the cabinet. It is alive.
You want to take the chicken?
Is it someone cursed at the chicken board?
It could be lunch, or it could be somebody.
Oh boy.
Does Rose make anything out of those? Those don't sound to me like potions that are normally made. I'm unfamiliar with mother's milk as a potion.
Well, the issue here is that they're unlikely to follow general alchemist recipes if they're fiends. This may be a fiend recipe. I'm not entirely sure. You have any idea, Bendar?
Sorry, I was distracted. What was that?
These potions, Rose says the golden one is labeled youth, the red one says something about laughter, and the green one is labeled mother's milk. Those aren't potions that I'm familiar with. Could they be something else?
Rose actually looks at the second one. Fiend breast milk isn't, green, is it?
Not that I don't know. I don't know enough about the infernal anatomy to know that.
You haven't been that close? You haven't been that close to a fiend?
No.
As you're walking by, you hear a croak from the fucking trunk you were looking at last time you were here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to open up that. Well, no. I'm going to check that trunk for traps, and then I'm going to open it up.
Okay, roll me Thieves Tool. Intelligence.
Thieves Tool Intelligence is usually dexterity. I just want to know.
This is for Dex would be to undo anyone you're specifically looking at. So intelligence or wisdom. Intelligence to guess where they might be. Wisdom to see where they might be.
Okay, so you said Thieves Tool Wisdom.
Or intelligence. So yeah, one of the two.
Okay, cool.
Either one would work. Because it's effectively the dexterity is to undo the traps and whatnot. You're specifically looking for them.
I'm with you. The little thing I have set up has dex, so I'm just gonna do is just throw a wisdom check and add. Oh, never mind.
You don't see any.
Yep. All right. I'm opening the trunk because I think I checked.
I'm gonna stop her because I want to check myself.
You're too far away.
Oh, too far away. Okay,
you start moving forward. You're moving forward. You're like, hey, wait, and she opens it. And you see something fly out and land on her face. It's a fucking frog or a toad. Just on her. It's on her arm. It's not on her face. It's on her forearm. Just looking at her face. She's like, croak.
Bendar shrugs and says, "I tried to save you, man."
And then you see 3 other toads jump out of the box as it's opened.
Yeah, I'm immediately turning to Bendar. Are these toads or are these familiars?
I mean, I guess I can. He looks and tries to maybe make an Arcana check.
You can. Well, Rose, since the lid's open, Rose just kind of peeks in. If that's familiars, that's a lot of familiars.
Oh, the whole thing is full of them?
She points in, and there is about 100 toads inside that chest.
Whoa.
That's
Any chance these toads aren't toads? They've been polymorphed or transformed into some other shape?
Bendar's he's got a toad. He's turning it over. It croaks at him. He turns it over again. Bendar looks like a fucking toad.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't think it has any. You're not
to,
picking up any magical energies, nothing.
Yeah, to check for polymorph, I would think I need a detect magic. But
yeah,
I would like to look at these potions if I can try to do an Arcana check on them. Just kind of swirl them around, see if maybe the consistency or something I maybe seen in a lab, maybe in the hostile.
Dragonette's gonna brush the frogs off of her. Leave those to Rose and Bendar.
Nope,
and then...
I don't know crap.
Yeah.
A double crit.
That's a lot of ones, man. You might want to refresh.
That's a lot of ones.
Dude, I either roll 20s or 1s.
You're looking at them and you're not sure, but you look at the red one and you're like, bitch, I think that's tea.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust my judgment. I don't know what this is. For all I know is it could be tea.
You remember, if you fail, you don't know you fail.
Oh, right.
What it looks like. It looks like tea to you.
Okay, it looks like tea to me.
A weird red tea.
But
why it's red, who the fuck knows? But
I'm gonna try and get out the other kid. I don't think I ever rolled Thieves' Tools for the second cage.
You didn't. You managed to pop that one open as well. You see the girl shrink back even further. She is just kind of like against the back bars.
You can come with
Come on,
me.
Myrtle. You see Freak pop up and just grab her.
Yay.
She lets out a small scream that everybody downstairs can hear.
How old is
Freak's
she?
like 7. The girl's like 4 or 5.
Um, I ask her if it's okay if I pick her up. I
She
can help
shies away
you.
into Freak.
Oh, okay. I guess not. That's okay. We'll keep you safe.
You might be prettier than those old hags, but they've been pretty rude to Myrtle.
I'll get down and I'll take out one of my like rations and like break it up and like offer it to
You see
them
they
if
both
they're
shy
hungry.
away. I thought you said you weren't with those hags.
We're
You're not
not.
trying to fatten us up too, are you?
No, not at all. I just didn't know if she was feeding you anything or if she was starving you.
They kept feeding us, saying we need to get nice and fat.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Um, and I just sort of like usher them sort of down and out with us.
Dragonette, as you're coming up, you see the brown-haired kid come down with the little red head on his back.
Okay, I'm gonna let them pass and just point them down the stairs. I'm checking out the grist mill to see whether or not I can see the remains of bones being crushed inside of it.
He makes it somewhat down the staircase. He sees something, shoots back up it. Miss. There's a skeleton down there. You gotta go deal with it.
Oh,
It's not safe.
don't worry about the skeleton. That's my buddy Larry. Don't even worry about it. He won't say anything to you. He's very mild mannered.
I'll assist you in your search, Dragonette.
Mild man.
Okay.
What? You named the fucking skeleton? What are you, a necromancer or something?
No, I'm pretty sure his name is. Ask him his name. Ask him his name. It might not be Larry, but I've been calling him Larry. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't corrected me. So
He's a fucking skeleton. Sorry.
yeah, but
He turns to Missy again. I'm sorry. Mom always told me not to curse in front of ladies.
Oh, it's no problem.
Can I check if these kids are, not kids?
How are you gonna do it?
Just a divine sense. Just
You do pick up on an undead.
oh, right.
Larry.
Probably. Because there's a skeleton standing under you.
Yeah. Well, kids could be undead, but unlikely, hopefully.
Well, they're not fiends. That's good news.
Yeah, that I'll take that. And I don't think the hags are here. Kind of.
So we're basically just gonna search every inch of this tower. And then, yeah.
Yeah, and then make ourselves scarce.
If
so.
they left, wouldn't they have left footprints outside, presumably? Not in here, where it's wood.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm gonna see if there's like cart tracks or anything. Also, how far away were those stones? Were they like within eyesight of the
They're
window?
just beyond. They're just a little ways out.
Okay.
Less than a 5-minute walk. Roll me a survive. Flint, you do find tracks. There's a set of 3 that get joined by the cart that go down towards the standing stones.
Oh fuck.
Okay, I'll let them know. I found some tracks. Someone mentioned summoning. We might want to follow.
Oh. Maybe we hurry.
I guess we should head on out.
Maybe the
We've already
kids
checked
stay
everything
here.
inside Dragonette.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to linger here anymore.
You actually see Eric has volunteered to take the kids back up to the tower.
Oh yeah. We should give him
Oh.
the flare. Who has that one?
I think it's Dragonette that has the flare. Since Dragonette was the one that was chatting with that dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize I had the flare.
Or was it Najee? I don't remember who was actually talking to him. Somebody, he gave it to somebody.
All right, so I'll assist Flint because I guess he's our resident tracker in his tracking to give him an advantage. I think that's how that works, right?
Before that,
Before
Dragonette,
we
as you're looking into the mill, you're starting to peek around in it.
Oh, okay.
And you
I guess we're
find
still there.
a basket
Okay, so we're still in there.
full of bones.
Uh,
Any bones.
yeah, can I guess based off of what I've seen so far about how many dead kids that is?
Roll me medicine.
All right.
No.
Oh.
At least 3.
Oh.
Because there's 3 skulls that you
damn.
can see. One of them looks best guess. One of them looks maybe 12, older. One of them a little bit younger, size wise, maybe 7 years old. One of them looks maybe 2.
All
Got it.
kids, no adults so far.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to. I'll talk to the group. Do we want to burn this place down?
I thought you'd never ask.
I mean, Rose. It's Rose's windmill.
It is Rose's windmill. Rose, can we burn your windmill to the ground?
At this point, we might as well rebuild the blasted thing. Do you see the state of the windmill?
Yeah, I don't think we want.
Let me actually
bone.
show you something real quick. Let me show you the outside of this fucking thing. We are going to turn off the fog of war.
Oh.
That's the current state. Look at the actual windmill itself.
Is it actually leaning?
No.
Okay, good.
It also has not a pleasant smell.
Hey, if it was brand new, I would still ask the same question of Rose. Can we burn your windmill to the ground?
I mean, it won't go to the ground. It's mostly stone.
That's fine, but it'll go up in flames.
I mean, I guess.
All right, let's light it up.
I'll, as soon as he says, I guess, I'll pull out 2 torches and I'll use Jerk Crap to light them and I'll go back inside.
Come on, guys. We gotta check the stones. If they're there doing weird ritual shit,
Yeah.
gotta catch them
I'll
before they
try and
finish.
start a fire.
That's fine. If nothing else, this will draw their attention.
I guess.
Can I like dash after the fiends?
I mean, you don't know where they are.
Yeah, we're still
Oh.
tracking them, yeah.
Yeah, because Flint's gonna track them.
Bendar looks at his little vial of black ichor and he kind of flicks it with his middle finger. And then he looks over to Rose and says, "That's a dark path you walk down."
Which one? You're the one that studies demons.
You know what I'm saying. The path of necromancy. I mean, you can start out small by animating dead. Arguably, not such an evil act. As far as I know, isn't it just the animus of the creature's bones that remains while the soul ascends or descends or wherever it goes?
Yeah. And it's effectively just weird artifice.
But then as you climb in the power scale, it becomes a little more devious, doesn't it?
Depends on what you
Controlling
mean by devious.
intelligent undead creatures with their souls still quite intact.
It's hard to do, but you can kind of do that. But by your own standard, wouldn't that make enchanters evil? They're usually the ones that are taking over the minds and enthralling living beings.
Actually, many would conclude that many enchanters are in fact evil.
However, that is a accepted method of study.
I'm just saying. I'm not
Dragonette's-
disapproving.
Yeah, Dragonette comes over and says that magic's just a tool. It's the same as my bow. I can use it for good. I can use it for evil. It's just a thing. It's the intent that matters.
Between the two of us, I'd be more worried for you. After all, close inspection of those that closely study demons, fiends, and the like often end up making deals, don't they? The risk reward ideal.
Oh, don't take my my inquiry into your study as being
Oh, you can see
dismissive.
by her grin. He is fucking with you.
Don't think I'm dismissing it. I actually find it to be quite admirable. I'm just saying. Don't underestimate the risks that are involved.
I think most people just get pissed off because a lot of necromancers will go steal people's bodies from cemeteries and then, oh no, my mom is walking around trying to eat David.
Yeah.
I think that's
Well,
generally
yeah,
the
they
issue.
were desecrating a body, and there's a little, same thing with dominate person. I mean, if you dominate a person's mind, I mean, you could argue, hey, if that's a bad person, but then I mean, is
You also have to give the
torture
liches-
okay?
Yes.
But yeah, it depends. It depends on your outlook.
You always have to worry about the liches that always give everybody a bad rap. You gotta kill a lot of people to do the normal lich ways, but I've heard rumors there's another way to become a lich. I'd have to do more research into it, but does it involve murdering a bunch of people?
And at this point, Dragonette is going to walk away and make sure Flint is lighting this place up. Does not want to hear the intricacies of how to become a lich.
I'm kind of interested.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Just don't
really?
mess it up.
Right?
I guess I'm like lighting wood and stuff on fire. If you walk in, I'll hand you a torch.
I've heard it's
Yep.
more painful than
try
what had
to-
to Karthus.
Yep. I'm going to try to light that central pillar on fire, thinking that if that goes up, if we can get that to go, that'll carry up to the upper floors.
Like what Rose said, this is all kind of dry, rotting wood. That fucker goes up like Kindle.
Awesome.
And then on my way out, I'm gonna grab the chicken.
There are 3 chickens and a rooster. And a bunch of frogs who are currently making toads that are making a run for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the toads are on their own. Same with the chickens. They'll figure it out.
I'll try and scoop them up with 2 hands and take them outside.
You're
And then just
familiar.
release them.
Oh,
Nothing else. It'll be dinner.
if it's,
Rooster looks at you like, the fuck you say? You fucking want to go, bitch? You might be like 9 times my size, but I got a cock. Let's go.
I mean,
what's
chicken
the old
dinner.
say? If you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you.
Y'all letting the chickens go?
That's up to Flint. He grabbed them. They're his problem.
Yeah,
now.
I was just gonna put them down on the ground and let them go.
You see him walk off. They're going down the road towards the tower.
All right,
Eat for the
we
wolf.
follow the
Okay.
chicken.
So we going? Yeah, we going after the. Are we
Cart.
following the tracks? What are we doing now?
Yes.
I was done.
Assist Flint in tracking. Give him the best chance.
You got this.
No, he doesn't need to. He can see where the trails are going. It's
Okay.
going straight for the thing.
Well,
Okay.
we're following
Here
Flint.
the
It's not.
stones.
Oh, I wonder if they turned around. No, you can fucking see from where you're standing. The tread marks from that fucking cart go right to the center of that dais.
Man, how did we miss this last night?
Because you saw them lock themselves in. They had to have left during the night.
Mm.
And I mean, y'all were 20 minutes away, so nobody's dark vision could see that far, and they didn't have lights.
Mm.
And y'all weren't actually watching the windmill through the night. You were watching the door, make sure nobody came in.
Yeah, or make sure that she didn't come past us. But
Yeah, y'all would have heard her go by, but y'all never did.
All right.
And the
This-
tracks go the other direction, so it looks like she never did.
Okay.
As y'all head on out and return here, you see the tracks flat out lead to that magical that dais that was in the front that had that magic circle. Erica's not here. Go away, Erica.
Oh,
Hmm.
it's worse than you guys described.
But there's no cart.
Nope. Leads up
Oh.
onto that dais, and don't see anything else after that.
Oh.
Maybe
Oh,
they
wow.
levitated or something and left, or who knows? Y'all have to look around.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a look around to see if I can notice anything different from when we were here yesterday.
Roll me a perception.
Perception.
Dragonette, the only thing different today, those fucking ravens are gone.
Hmm.
As well as some of the lines on the circle look different.
Okay. So, Endar, and I'm assuming Rose is around here somewhere.
Yeah, she is also with you.
What do you make of this? Is this a teleportation? Did they zone out somewhere?
See, in the teleportation circle it's in the center dais, right? That center circle
Yeah.
thing. Okay. And it's
Rose walks up and takes a look.
Okay.
That's not a teleportation circle. I'm pretty sure that's a levitation mark.
What?
Whoa.
What does that mean?
good observation.
Okay, so I'm gonna look up. Is there anything there? And then the next thing I'm gonna do is turn to Nimona and ask how her wings are.
She flares them out. They look fine. Then
Yeah.
she kind of stumbles a little bit.
Oh,
She looks physically fit. It's just she looks off balance at the moment.
sure. I'm gonna ask her whether she'd be interested in taking a very brief look up above the fog. I'm assuming there's like a low ceiling of fog above us.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask her if she would be willing or able to take a look to see if a flying cart full of fiends is anywhere around us.
Yeah, I can go look around. I can try. I don't think I'll be able to stay up very long, though.
That's fine. I don't want you to stay up very long.
Yeah, levitate has
Sure.
its limits.
Rose says she's going to look at the circle as it looks like there are some missing components to the line as if somebody erased them. And Nimona takes off into the air. She's a little wobbly, but she's heading up.
I guess I'll kind of go ahead and assist Rose as I'm exploring the circle.
Gotcha. Are you, because she's specifically looking at the diagram on it, are you looking at the dais itself, or what's everybody doing?
Well, I was looking at the teleportation circle itself.
Okay, cool. So you'll be helping Rose. Or she'll be helping you. Either way.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the party doing while this is going on? Because Nimona's up in the air. Y'all already lost track of her.
Nothing. Dragonette is just going to keep an eye out looking for a flying cart full of fiends to swoop down on us.
I'll do what I did last time, but I'll try and ritual cast detect magic while we have time.
I touched a summer stone.
You feel warm.
There you go.
It's nice. Missy, what you up to? Missy?
I wanted to figure out maybe what ingredients were wiped away if I could. Just investigate that a little more.
Are you trained in Arcana?
No.
Then you won't be able. Specifically, what Rose was referring to is there are lines that look like they have been erased in the diagram she's talking about,
Oh.
like bread or children's teeth.
Okay.
She's specifically talking about the diagram.
Like,
Okay.
After about 10 minutes, right about the time Bendar finishes his spell, the two start looking around again as they have finished their lookaloo. 1 second. And not Bendar, fucking, is it Bendar that's casting detect magic? Who's casting detect magic? Was that Flint?
Flint,
No,
yeah.
Flint,
Yeah.
you're picking up on faint transmutation magic.
Ooh.
Okay.
levitate is a transmutation spell, I believe.
Bendar and Rose have come to the conclusion that they're almost certain this was an engraved levitate spell. It might be focusing on the dais itself, as it doesn't seem to have an area of effect. However, the missing lines make that hard to tell what it's targeting. Between the two of them, they might be able to recreate it given a little bit of time. It's just if the party wants them to.
Well, what if they were able to recreate it? What would it do? It would levitate us up in the air. To what end?
I don't know.
I
To
mean,
fly
I've
around.
never heard of a levitation circle, but it could be maybe something that extends far past what the spell would.
I think it could be fun. I think it'd be a cool way to maybe get out of here.
Yeah, maybe we could fly out of the mist.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they get around in the mist.
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, worst case scenario, we just fly back to Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
I doubt they're headed there.
To recreate this circle, it would just it's basically like a magic circle, right? It would take
Yeah.
fine powdered silver
Knife.
knife.
Carving.
Oh, I see.
If you got a pick or a chisel, it'd work better.
Yeah, I got these tools. That I should have something in there.
These tools do not have anything to use as a chisel.
No.
You would need stone carver's tools.
Oh, okay. All right.
Otherwise, you might as well use a knife as well.
I thought they had maybe. Yeah, I guess you can't do
What about a python?
crowbar.
Yeah. What
Right.
about a python? Would a python work?
It might work.
I'll
not-
hand one over. I've got one.
Yeah, it would be better suited than the dagger, but not by much. They're effectively not looking to replace the actual engravings. It's effectively marking the extra bits of the circle as a line instead. It won't be as stable, but it might work.
Oh.
I mean, they could probably get the spell off, but it won't be permanent. Like, they won't be able to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Is there any way we could get it permanent?
With a chisel.
Yeah, we'd have to get something. Yeah.
Hmm.
Or shaped stone.
Hmm.
Does Druidcraft work at all?
No, it would not.
Yeah. Well, I have a hammer if you want to use your pitten.
Might
If you give some time, we'll be able to do it.
yeah.
And would you like to lend me a hand?
Yeah. I'm on it.
As she does that, her skeleton walks up and literally hands her his arm. She just kind of looks at him like, what? Not you. Take your arm.
Is your skeleton named Bendard?
No, I don't think it is.
Larry.
I don't think he has a name. At least not that I know of, anyway. But we'll get set to work on this. Bender, are you going to give me a hand?
Yes.
Alrighty. What is the party going to do while they start chipping away at the dais?
Dragonette's gonna patrol around the outside, looking around just to make sure nothing is approaching us, and occasionally keeping an eye on the direction of the windmill, which should be going up in flames by now.
Oh, it is absolutely in flames. It's got lots of fire.
Yeah, I would
After a few
expect.
minutes, you do see
I was gonna
Nimona
say-
finally come back. Ain't nothing up there that I see.
Okay, thanks, Nimona.
Could have been a flying castle or something that was invisible, hidden in the clouds. I've run into one of those before.
A hidden castle in the clouds.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Nimona, see if you can't help out. They're Bendar and Rose are playing with a magic spell. You could aid them. That might improve their chances of success.
Just
Yeah.
carving and blowing away stone dust.
I'm good at blowing.
I bet I'm
Did
better
you-
at blowing than you.
I knew it was coming.
Waiting for that. I was waiting for. I was like, oh my god. Oh,
I
just
doubt it. She
Thank
points to her wings.
Uh,
And I go, I highly doubt it, and I point to my mouth.
what a competition.
Nimona tilts her head. That doesn't seem physically possible.
Magic.
I'd imagine my wings are able to produce far more.
We're talking about different types of blows, Nimona.
What type of blows are you talking about?
The ones that involve dicks.
You can
if only
almost see the question mark over Ramona's head.
If only the children were
Like
here
when
to
you
hear.
get hit with them in battle.
I will open my journal and sketch diagram of what it looks like and show it to her.
Nimona, you're familiar with divinations, yes?
Oh.
Not to completely change the subject, but how's that spell coming along?
Nimona's been pulled away by Miss E. She's not helping
Ashley.
anymore.
This is a divination ley line.
So you didn't see anything up there when you were up there?
There was a lot of fog.
Yeah, that won't help. But thanks.
No problem. It takes about Rose, Bendar, and Nimona about an hour to get things back in working order. As best they're able. Well, moment of truth.
Should be like
Anybody
hold
want to stand
hands.
on it?
I will.
Is this
I
an
wanna-
all or nothing, or in other words, do all of us need to stand on it, or are you doing a trial test?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's going to hit us, the tablet. If it goes up, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it back.
Can we all fit on the circle?
Yeah, y'all can all fit. You'll have fighting space, but you can fit.
Well,
The old saying, fuck around, find
I'll climb
out.
up.
Fuck around and find
Come
out.
on.
Let's do it.
I mean,
We're on it.
we're fairly sure that this will work.
I trust
Yeah,
him
I'm
there.
fairly sure to at least do something.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah. We should link arms so we don't get like torn apart and flew different directions in case this goes south.
I don't think levitation spells do that.
Oh.
I mean, worst case
Best chance
scenario.
is we go up or down, and there's ground under us, so we're probably going up.
Worst case
Oh.
scenario, we get teleported 500 feet in the air with no land.
This is definitely not a teleportation circle.
Well, I mean, levitate. You know, that's what I meant.
All right, let's fly. Let's go up.
Yeah, we get to see if that does happen, who Nimona's favorite is, if she saves one of us.
I could just cast Featherfall.
Yeah, let's see
I
what
can
we
hit
find.
everybody in the group.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, Najee, Flint, y'all going to be stepping on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are y'all? Is everybody
For
linking
sure.
arms?
sure.
Yeah, I am.
Najee, you're in between a fucking skeleton and Flint.
Yeah, that's great.
He looks at you and gives you a pat on the back.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Moment of truth. You want to do it, Bendar, or should I?
I'll allow you the honor.
You see her give a small chant, and the runes underneath y'all start to glow in a clockwise circle, starting at Rose, going all the way around, passing under Dragonette, under Bendar, under Nimona, then under Miss E, Flint, Naji, and then the skeleton, and connecting back under at Rose. And then all kinds of manners of lines and runes and diagrams start to flash in the center of it. Well, time to go up, I guess. And Rose looks up, ready to go, and the platform drops from under y'all. And everybody starts falling. Not fast, just going down. Nobody was expecting it. In that direction.
Well,
As
maybe
y'all
this
see,
is
y'all are
Allies are
flat out going
underground.
down a tunnel.
That's all right, allies. We look for allies
underneath.
underground.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Well, to be truthful, I prefer underground than 500 feet in the sky or something like that in some castle.
Rose is just like, I didn't think there would be a tunnel underneath the dike. What? I've been here. There was definitely not a under this. But y'all start to continue down and down and down and down to the point where Bendar, you are absolutely certain if y'all hadn't carved this into the stone, the spell would have given out and y'all would have started falling.
Well, dodged a arrow that time.
And
So
it
this
gets
is-
colder.
It's just a giant elevator shaft. This is just a shaft.
Does seem
goes
like
straight
that.
from mine shaft. Okay.
And y'all go
Okay.
down
Oh,
for
it's
about
Bendar.
20
Is this
minutes.
going to take us all the way to hell?
Huh. You know, Eric's missing out on something strange.
Not sure.
He would be fascinated by this.
It's at the point where y'all can't even see the circle on which y'all went down from anymore above you. Only the dark.
Ooh.
After about 20 minutes, it finally comes to a halt. And the party stands in what looks like a tiled hallway. You can see settings to accept the dais where y'all are standing. So you're effectively at the bottom of an elevator room.
Is there? We're at the bottom of the shaft. Is there a way to go? Is there a room?
You
or
see
a
ahead
door?
of you, there's a hallway. You're the hallway leading away.
Okay.
All right.
There's old stone tiled floors, little alcoves that look like they would have held torches at one point. Now they're just kind of brackets.
Well, I suggest we take this slow and check for any dangers along the way.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll assist whoever's, I guess, Dragonette would be the best at.
So how are y'all walking along?
Okay. Dragonette's gonna take the lead, looking for traps or other challenges. She's going to be sneaking and traveling slowly in order to do so.
All right, the rest of the party is moving slowly behind you, I'd imagine. So Dragonette's at the front. You're effectively got a 20-feet gap. Are you sticking to the wall, staying to the middle of the... Because effectively you're walking down a tunnel, and as you got through, there's about a 10-foot space in between a line of pillars on either side of this hallway. And on the other side of the pillars, there's a little bit more space that leave to little alcoves that have the brackets. Where is the party going? Dragonette, are you staying to the walls, or are you in the middle of the road?
She's gonna be checking whatever path we're gonna be walking. Is there one that appears to be more likely to be trapped? In other words, is there a clear path that an invader would be traveling that somebody would want to keep them
Roll
out of?
me history.
Oh,
Yes.
God. Yeah, no. Okay, great. Then she's gonna be checking the middle.
Okay, fair. Now, what about Flint? Flint, where are you? Front of the pack, back of the pack, middle of the hall, edge of the hall. What you doing?
I'd say pretty behind Dragonette.
Like pretty behind, like towards the back of the pack, or just right behind Dragonette?
I would say like closer to the front of the pack, but like if she's in the middle, I'll be in the middle. If she goes to the right, I'll go to the right. So I'm not triggering like a touch plate on the floor or something.
You're walking behind her. What about Miss E?
I want to be kind of like in the back, bringing up the rear, just checking out if anything's coming from behind, just in
Okay.
case.
Alrighty. Are you in the middle, or are you off to the right? Or are you off to the side?
Off to the side,
Alrighty, right or left?
left.
Left. Alrighty. That now brings us to Bendar. Bendar, where are you?
I'm either behind Dragonette or Flint. I was just trying to assist whoever is searching for traps so that they get
Alright, so
advantage
you'll
on
be
the
behind
search.
Dragonette. Najee, what about you?
I guess the only spot in front of Missy behind Bendar.
Well, I mean, are y'all walking a line? There is like a 20-foot space.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Dragonette, Bendar, and Flint are in a line. Miss E's a little bit behind him off to the left.
Middle back.
Okay. Middle. Okay, so there. Nemona's walking around to the right, just ahead of Najee. Rose and her skeleton are in the back. Actually, her skeleton's up next to Bendar. Rose herself is in the back.
I'm pretty loud, so I don't want to be in the front.
So the party starts to move forward at a slow, sedated pace, keeping an eye out for anything. Y'all really don't see anything. Does anybody need a torch, by the way?
I have
I
dark
think
vision.
Najee can't see the dark.
I can see in the dark.
Oh, yeah, it was the other one. Fucking
Bernard.
Bernard.
Yeah, Eric. Eric couldn't see in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not with us.
Can everybody see in the dark?
Yep.
Yes.
I think Rose can't. No, Nimona can't. She needs a light. I think Nimona. Let me look at your sheet. Do you have dark vision? No, you do not. So Nimona can't see in the dark. Rose, I think you have dark vision. Rose doesn't have dark vision. She can't see in the dark either.
I can hand them a torch if they need.
You see, I believe Nimona has. Yeah, Nimona just reaches out and puts a light on the end of Najee's sword. So the pommel of his blade is now glowing. They're both standing next to him, so.
But won't that
Wow.
ruin his excellent stealth?
If they're gonna shoot at the knight, shoot at the fucker in full play, almost full armor, not the squishy mage just standing next to him.
Oh, great. I'm bait once again. Hilarious.
But y'all continue to walk. And eventually, as y'all are walking out, y'all hear the fucking elevator start going up.
Okay, guess we're not going that way out.
There's probably a way to call it back down, but not much point looking for it now.
Right.
Let's just find out what's in here.
And y'all continue to walk, and walk, and walk some more. Till eventually, ahead of you, you see the tunnel seems to cut off. Ba-da-da-ba-ba.
What am I seeing? I see some gears and I see some these things on the wall. Are they buttons?
They look kind of like glowing red gems, and it looks like the gears are attached to some kind of doorway.
Not a puzzle.
Yeah. Okay. So my immediate concern is that these are somehow trapped and would shoot out a lightning bolt or a dart or something from these glowing gems.
Give me just a moment while y'all think.
Okay.
I have to do that real quick. I'll be able to hear you, but not be able to.
Yep.
Hmm.
I'll try to discern whatever properties they have, but
Yeah, if they're magical traps, I don't know that it'll be as easy for me to detect them, but who knows?
Mhm.
We'll see how perceptive I am. And then we have to figure out how to spin these gears and open whatever door is here.
so Rose and I should check for any arcane properties, and then Dragonette, maybe Flint. Yeah, check for any
Yeah, I was gonna say this might be a good
mundane.
place this might be a good place that we can spend 10 minutes. If Flint, you wanna detect magic using a ritual again, it may be a good place where we can very carefully check this thing out and see what's magic before we go spinning gears.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
Cool.
All right, so I guess we decided that Bendar, Rose would do an Arcana check, maybe assist each other, and then Flint's gonna try to detect magic, and then Dragonette's gonna look for any kind of mundane mechanical dangers.
Hey, does anybody have Tinkerer's tools by any chance?
I do not.
I have these tools. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's usually the Artificer, but y'all don't have an Artificer.
Well, actually, I might not even have these tools because. Well, no, it's a background thing. So yeah, I would have it.
Bendar, Nimona, and Rose all go up and start looking at this weird thing, seeing what there is to see. It does seem like the inlays have some kind of magical properties to it. They seem not evocation, but transmutation.
Transmutation. Okay.
You see on either side as well, there are large buttons along the side as well.
Is it these things are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can go take a look at those.
They're
Probably
also
the same
radiating
thing.
the same.
Okay. Transmutation is the magic, that got us down here. At least levitate spell. But this could be something else.
You think it's as simple as two people pressing the button at the same time?
Or 4 people pressing the button at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there was only 2 to.
No, there's 4 buttons.
We saw
right?
three tracks plus a cart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you think the cart pushed the button?
are these so the buttons are on opposite ends? Are these also buttons on these gears here and here?
Not buttons per se.
Okay,
They just look like gems.
Okay.
got it. Well, before we push buttons, I would want the detect magic spell up to see what. Or
That was what gave transmutation.
Okay, got it. So we already have that. All right, are we pushing buttons simultaneously?
Did you check and see if there's any spikes in the floor or poison arrow holes in
Yeah,
the walls?
I've looked around.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm doing during the 10 minutes that Flint was getting that detect magic spell up, I was checking for traps.
Alright.
Did you roll?
Nope.
Okay.
You want me to do thieves
roll
tools or perception?
either one.
And
So
I would like to
Dragon-
assist them if possible. Yeah.
Dragonette, you don't see any.
Okay. So as far as I can tell, this
Okay.
is
Looks like solid stone. If anything, these kind of golden inlays. If anything moves, that's probably them if there's pedestals under them, but you see no signs of them.
okay.
You don't see any arrow slots for darts to show out, hidden mechanisms. I mean, there's gears everywhere, so those could do who knows what the fuck.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find out.
Anywhere for smoke to pour in, no dart holes, none of that.
So
Okay.
it's
There's not
just
a big lever
those-
in the ceiling for them to drop a rock on you.
No, they're gonna be clever about how they murder us. Are we pushing these 3, 2, 1 push?
Sure.
Who do we want to push them in case they do something to those that push?
And you said the panels that are marked are the only ones that seem mobile, maybe?
So maybe can we do it with a mage hand and a skeleton?
I mean, we can.
I got
Yeah.
Mage Hand.
Yeah, that might be a better option in
Yeah.
case they do things to people that push the button.
Let me get over here. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can control like the one on the top.
Are you gonna
I
make hand one?
also, yeah, I have mage hand too.
Okay.
Oh, so we can save the skeleton. Great. So there you go. Miss E, you take the one on the south end, and Bender will take the one on the north end. We'll have two mage hands pushing two buttons, and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go ahead and ready my. Let's see. Cast it.
Pushed.
You'll push the buttons. And simultaneously, the 1, 2, 3, and nothing really happens.
Shit.
So, or what I understood is we pushed 2 of the buttons once, right?
There's only 2 buttons. The ones on the cogs don't actually look like buttons. They're just gemstones
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
that are giving off the same magical energy.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we just push both buttons. Nothing happens.
If we try to turn them, do they rotate the cogs?
What are you trying to rotate?
This thing over here with the gem on it?
No, it is completely set.
Mm. Are the smaller ones turnable?
And they are not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I try to remove one of the gems with a mage hand?
You're the mage hand gives it a tug, and it seems really rather solidly set.
Okay. That's all I want to do, just a slight tug, see if it's something that's maybe pops out or something. Okay.
Meow.
Weird.
So what would you like to do?
Push the button again.
You hear
What
an
if we
audible
stand
click.
on these symbols? What if where am I? Here. If we stand on these symbols,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that would help activate it, or if somebody's on the other one, whether we have to
Okay.
stand here and
We'll try it out. You got 2 people, 1 on each symbol, and then we'll try to mage hand the buttons again at the same time.
Alrighty, you reach out. Roll me perception, Flint and Dragonette. Okay, Flint. Y'all both feel as y'all press the buttons, the pallets under you press down briefly
Hmm.
and then pop back up. This time a little bit higher.
so now they're raised up a little bit from the floor.
Maybe half an inch.
Oh, weird.
If I just mash his button multiple times.
Nothing happens.
Or yeah, so I'm gonna inspect the edge of this. Is there like a handle underneath? Is it a door that you
can
could
get
prop
under
up,
it.
or
It looks like a stone was raised up a little bit.
oh.
It's still flush with the rest of the floor. It's just not. There's now a little ledge you can run into.
And that's true for both sides?
Yep.
Do we want to try more people standing on it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can load them up, right?
I'll go by Flint.
Yeah, Najee, hop up here.
Oh, man.
Oh god, Najee mounted Bandar.
Crap, it's just smacked into him, walked into each other.
Do you want either of us on any of them?
Yeah, pile on. Let's see whether it's either going to work great or it's not going to work at all. No harm done.
I mean, I'm imagining 3 people and a cart, and then
We'll use
do
our.
press the button.
Well, we could use our mage hands to press the button, see what happens.
You see, as y'all all stand there, y'all all hear it go, and then stop, now indented about 2 inches lower.
Do we break it?
So now instead of being a half an inch above the floor, it's 2 inches below the floor?
Yep. Y'all didn't even press the buttons.
Some kind of
Is it just reversing? Like up or down, up or down? Can we try it again and see if like it goes up again?
Mhm.
You see Rose, Nimona, and Larry the skeleton go back over there. They seem to be stuck in the same place.
is it like a weighing station?
Did we touch the buttons already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't go anywhere.
Can we try to these symbols? Can someone try to decipher them?
You hear from Rose and Nimona, they don't have a fucking clue.
Okay.
The most they get is Rose says they look like arrows. Nimona says they look like fish.
I was gonna say fish.
But she agrees that Rose's arrow theory would probably be more useful than fish, unless you're supposed to drown them in water.
Is this a door, by the way? Can I just push it open?
There's a door. It does not open.
Gosh dang.
It looks like the gears have to move the door. You can kind of see a lip in around behind the gear where the door slides into.
I mean, we can try
Could
different combinations of people. Like, I mean, as in like 1, and then 2, and then 3. Just figure out like,
Yeah, we're standing on
does
different
this
squares.
every time we hit the button, does it just reverse? Does it go up if we hit it, and then if
I
we
should
go
hit the button
and
again
hit it,
with nobody stand up, and it goes back to a normal space.
so it's flat right now with the even with the ground,
Yep. Completely
with no
flat.
one on it. Okay, but
No
if
one
there was
Dragonette
one
is-
person on it, it goes up an inch.
Yeah, and then 4 people on it goes down 2. Dragonette's going to shoot an arrow at that button.
Rolled it.
Oh, God.
You're such a ranger.
Well, it's an arrow, right? Naturally, I'm going to do that.
You hit it, it bounces off. It's as if you clicked it.
Well, I guess
There were 3. Do we want to do 2 on one and 1 on the other?
What about 4 on one and none on the other?
We can try all of them pretty quickly.
yeah,
All right,
I
so 1
imagine
on
3 fiends and a cart, so
I'm
some
going to push this
combination.
one while Missy's on it. Does anything happen?
I assume they don't
It's not.
use.
and just try to
I'll
hit
push it
1.
again with 2 on it.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
All right, so I'll try to hit the other button as he hits that button. I'll do, mage hand.
You see sparks of electricity come over your mage hand, Bendar.
With 3 people on it.
With Flint hitting the one on his side and you hitting this one down here, your side starts sparking.
I'm guessing you all see that. But the day or the platform doesn't rise. It just sits
It doesn't
there.
move at all.
Okay. But if I step on it
Sparks
and
good or
then
bad?
hit it with mage hand, then there's no sparks, right?
You do still see it spark.
Okay, even with me standing on it. Okay.
So let's do 3 on the other one and hit the one on the other wall.
Okay. Come on.
Wait, 3 on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and none on yours.
Hmm.
That means he's mounting me.
Then I'll hit my button up here.
So y'all are doing these 3 Bendars hitting the button and Flint's hitting the button.
Yeah.
Flint, as you hit it, your one sparks this time and shocks the ever living shit out of your hand.
Oh. Quick, touch the gem with your electrified hand. I don't know.
If
Okay.
I like walk over, like, does my hand still feel tingly?
So it feels tingly, but it's because you just got electrocuted.
Yeah.
Not as if it's holding a charge.
Do we want to like have Naji touch the gem, and we'll hold hands and touch the electrical thing?
Is there anything in this room, any debris, like a wire or anything else?
There's some gears in the wall, but that's about it.
I don't think rope's very conductive.
No. Does anybody have a lightning cantrip that could fire this thing?
No.
Mm-mm.
So I'm wondering if we can't. Oh, they're not. Put some energy into these to power them somehow so that they can spin and open the door. I'm assuming that these are. I mean, I can't really see them, but I'm assuming these are like giant gears. And I don't know how this mechanism works, but I would imagine that these giant gears have to spin for this door to open.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you make this giant gear spin? Is by doing something with these gems. Looking back in these alcoves, are these anything in these alcoves? Are they statues
Torch
of some
brackets.
kind? What are they? What's that?
Torch brackets.
Do they have torches on them?
Nope. Just the torch brackets. You saw them all down the hall when you're all walking this way.
Mm.
Well, should we try 3 and touching the
Yeah.
buttons, I guess?
There's a ceiling above us, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it looks like the only plausible direction that we should be looking for is these going down, kind of like how we got here, but through the levitate spell. So what was the combination that made one of them go down an inch? Was it
The
2?
Having 4
4.
people made them go down 2 inches. Having one person on each made it go up.
Up a quarter
Okay.
or up a half.
Yeah.
So maybe 4 people, whoever is gonna have to go down, while maybe one person up here sits there and hits the button. And maybe if we got some rope, then we can tie it, up here and then, go down. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But let's try the 4 and then maybe continuously press it. It's only it. Can you continuously press the button, or is it okay?
Doesn't seem to do anything, but
Oh, okay. So it's just a one. It's a on-off thing, right?
it clicks in, then clicks out.
Okay. I mean, we can
So what will y'all do?
try 4 on one and see if I can just try to keep lowering it down.
Mm-hmm.
What was that noise? Hang
Oh.
on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hmm.
Puzzles. Blech.
Worst case, we just all try to brute force in the thing.
Yeah, I have no idea.
At this point, I just want 2 giant saws to come out of the ground and it's like you must sacrifice some blood to to continue. That would be easier than this.
Because it's like 3 fiends in a cart, so it's probably a combination of like that, right? And like
Yeah.
I don't know if they have mage hands, so maybe like it's one less. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like 2 in a cart.
The weight of your heart. Like it's some kind of judgment or something. I don't know.
Hmm. And we can't just like move these gears manually.
That's what
It's
I was
kind of
thinking.
Nope.
Yeah,
They
you
look
tried.
big. And brass.
Ah.
So, what would the party like to try?
Okay, so I was thinking maybe 4 on the north one on the the dais or the mark the symbol, and then I'll try to just stay up here and well you said it's on off, so I'll just hit it once and I'll just try to keep seeing if I can just keep lowering it down until
Alrighty. So y'all are doing it like this: 3-on-1. Oh no, 4-on-1. None on the other.
hmm
we'll try
Alrighty.
that.
Which button are you clicking?
I'll hit the north button.
Is anybody doing anything with the other one?
I don't believe so.
I can hit it if you want
Well,
me
we can
to.
try it. Let's try out maybe this ranger, and then right afterwards we'll try you hitting the other one. Either
Okay.
way, yeah.
So you hit the north one with 4 people standing on the button, and nothing happens.
Okay. So now Missy try to hit the other one on the south, and I'll hit the north.
All right. I
Y'all work
use.
together, you hit both buttons at once, nothing happens.
Okay, I will go on this dais, and then let's hit the buttons again.
Alrighty. Nothing happens.
Are they
Okay.
still staticky?
They're not. The bottom one statics the second time. Actually, the bottom one kept staticking.
Oh, it kept going shock. Okay, but the other one, nothing. Okay. It seems like we all have to. I mean, Rose and
Should we
the
do 3
rest.
and 3?
Well,
Do we do
start
that?
the phone again.
All right, so try this again. Hit the buttons.
hmm
Y'all sink down 2 inches.
Okay, let's try it again. Nothing.
Stays there.
Stays there. Okay.
Okay.
And then I guess we could climb out and it just stays 2 inches down the ground.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I don't think it's something to lower us down, or I mean, at least I might think of something else. It's a door. It looks like a door there, right? Beyond the
Yeah.
gears, these giant gears. Okay, so it's got to be an entrance into there.
Yeah. Something in the tiles has to move something in the gears based on some combination. It's just hard to figure out what combination is right.
So, what would you like to do?
Should we make one go up and one go down?
So
Give it a
yeah,
try.
yeah, we could try that. I mean, yeah, we
You have
haven't
only
tried.
seen them move together.
Hmm.
Okay, so to make it go up, I think it's just one person
Mm-hmm.
on the tile.
Yeah.
And then on the other one, there's no one on there. And then we push the. Well, that's a. Or maybe there's 4.
3 made it staticky.
Oh, you
Have we
made it.
done 3 and 3?
Y'all,
No, I don't think we tried 3 and 3. But, okay.
y'all want to try 3 and 3?
Let's try it.
Alright. party. Skeleton goes on there.
North, south, Missy, Bendar.
Yep.
They click it, and y'all feel the pedestal raise 2 inches.
On both of them.
Yep.
So both of them are 2 inches up.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So let's try, what I think Missy suggested was 1 down, 1 up. So let's try to figure out how to get one of these down 2 inches.
That's 4 people.
That's 4 people.
4 on the bottom one and hit that one.
And 1 on the other one, right? Or no, let's keep 3.
Well, 2.
And then 4.
Yeah, keep 3. We're 2 inches up. Put another person on the bottom one. You can go 2 inches down.
Yeah.
You see Rose hop on up there. And as y'all do, y'all feel the one y'all are standing on slightly turn as Rose steps onto it.
The room slightly turns.
The thing y'all are standing on slightly turns.
Interesting.
As Rose was stepping up. You see her step back off and start looking around. Hey, look. The lips underneath it. You can kind of see under it. I mean, it's dark as hell down there, but... She has the skeleton hop off, and you see her push the corner, and it starts to spin.
Whoa.
What?
And so once it's spun, you can get down into a corner. There's a corner that you can access and see down in there.
No, you can't see under it. It looks like there's... She couldn't really see under due to the light. There, it looks like there's another platform underneath it, but the top one with the symbol on it is now turning. As if it's free.
Okay. Can we spin it?
Yep, that's what Rose just did. It is currently spinning.
Oh, let's turn it towards the door. Let's turn it so the arrow points towards the door. And then do the same with the other side.
Okay, so which one? The open face or the diamond?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I'm figuring we want the arrow to point toward the door?
Which side's the arrow?
The pointy bit.
Okay, so you want that to point towards the door? Because it's easy enough to move that way.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start there, and if it doesn't work, then we'll do the pointy bit away.
Are you doing it to just one?
Well, yeah, the other one doesn't spin because it's 2 inches down.
Nope, they're both up.
Oh, they both popped. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, then we're going to spin them both. So that we're going to spin the bottom one counterclockwise 90 degrees and the top one clockwise 90 degrees. So that both arrows are pointed toward the right.
Okay, cool. And then what are you going to do?
I don't know. Let's push these buttons again.
Yeah.
Is Najee still standing on it? Najee,
No, I'm getting off.
As you see, you push the buttons, and you see the wheels start turning.
Oh, damn.
Yay! Yay!
Nice.
Don't yay too much. I don't know what's behind the door.
Start to creak open. And inside, you see a large room. Need this.
Ooh, with a couple of dragons in it. Awesome.
With a drake and what looks like a pissed off kobold.
Ooh.
And that tonight is where we're going to leave it. Good job, you guys.
All right.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
I was
Yeah.
fucking giggling as somebody went, let's do 3, and then nobody listened. Let's do 3. Still nobody listened.
We got them eventually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So good
Well, there's no
job,
witches
guys.
in here, but
There's a fucking drake.
Yeah, anyone speak Draconic?
No. So, gotta die.
I can speak with animals. I don't think that helps.
Probably doesn't.
I don't know.
even
I'll
have
tell you what. You guys take on the Drake. I'll handle the pissed off kobold.
friends.
Yeah. I can live with those odds.
What is a drake? Is it like a mini dragon?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, they're
English dragon,
yeah.
effectively.
Oh,
They're
why
like
is it down here?
dragon creations or something like that.
Why is there a
Oh
kobold?
yeah. Wow. Cool.
Kobolds are always underground.
It's there.
The Wendigo
That's-
was too easy. We've graduated to dragon.
Right? I was like, well,
We
I was
followed a
expecting.
hag to a fucking kobold.
Yeah, this was not what I
Yeah.
expected.
I'm kind of grateful because I think we would have died.
It looks like there's two
Well-
doors beyond it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Obviously, the cart passed through here, right?
Yeah.
So in theory, we can pass through. Maybe.
Mhm. I believe in us.
Unless they had a deal.
Kobolds like
no.
shiny
Well,
things.
I'm gonna offer him a deal. Deal is, hey, we go past, or we're gonna, they're gonna myrtleize you.
Can't wait to see how that goes.
Oh boy.
So good job, you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, EC.
Yep.
Thank you.
We might have Eric next week. He might still be watching kids. We don't know.
Okay.
Sweet.
Got it.
Yeah.
Have the
I'll
whole
be
gang
in-
together.
I'll be in San Francisco, so
Will you be gone for next week?
I'll see if there's like a quiet place at the Airbnb and how the internet is.
Mhm.
Okay.
My friends always tell me about the terrible internet in California.
Ooh.
That reminds me. Oh boy, did you record again today?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and thanks for picking up last. I was just tired and I've been working a lot, so yeah.
I straight up have a friend that has been watching them all.
Oh,
That's why I'm asking.
But yeah, I immediately start converting it over into a good format and then uploading it. So
Yeah, I've been trying to find a good way to put them out myself, whether it be put it up through Spotify or put it on YouTube. I don't know yet.
yeah,
Also,
yeah.
where the hell did the exiles come?
I don't know. I just made up some generic name. We're like
I was looking at
exiled
them like-
from our like homeland. We're trying to escape.
I was looking at it, I'm like, I think only 2 of those motherfuckers have a chance of being exiled, and you don't know either of those. Straight up, I think the only, based on what I've heard of stories, out of character.
That's why we have to come up with a name for ourselves.
I thought we were like the mishaps or something.
Something, yeah.
If y'all want to
And-
call yourselves a group, feel free. I will change the name to that.
Yeah.
Who's Missy's?
I can just go back and
Missy
edit. Yeah.
Misfits.
Mm-hmm.
Misfits.
You want to do
Mhm.
You could
Misfits?
also go with Miss E Sausage Fest.
I mean, I was gonna say Motley Crue, but I just thought that was a little too cliche. So
I like Misfits.
Misfits, okay, that'll work.
Misfits.
'Cause-
Yeah, I hope you can make it next week, Najee, because something tells me we're gonna need a meat bag for this.
Oh, you guys will be fine.
Oh,
No.
How many fights have y'all survived because Najee got in the face of something? and wouldn't
Exactly.
let it back to the party?
Exactly.
All of them.
I need a meat bag.
Not all of them, because he got fucked up by that fucking plant monster.
Oh
He got
yeah.
knocked out pretty early on.
I got one
We-
shot.
we did have another meat bag when we were fighting the plant monster too. We had 2 meat bags then.
And at the time, that meat bag was giant. But
Yeah.
lock that fucker in.
Oh my god.
And
We
now
have a
you'll
bone
have
bag.
meat bag. You'll have 1 meat bag and at least 3 wizards.
Yeah.
You know.
So
3
now
wizards, 2
it's-
rogues, a cleric.
it's either Dragonet or Bendar that's gonna have to be forced to go to the front. The sorcerer or the ranger,
Skeleton
the
dies
stealth
first, right?
assassin over there.
Oh god.
Larry can do something.
Larry can be our meat bag.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all want, Rose was talking about earlier, if y'all want to invest in him and the other things she can animate, y'all can get armored skeletons up in people's faces. They don't have a lot of HP, but they can make
yeah.
a line for y'all.
Yeah, they're
Right.
disposable.
And then you
Alright.
just reanimate them, later on.
Even if they're, as Rose was explained, and if their bones get damaged, you can just replace them with magic.
Yeah.
So she will be able. She is going to try to equip them
Bendar will, of course, encourage her.
Yes.
She just needs money, gear, and shit to give them, and more.
And dead bodies. She does need the dead bodies too.
Yeah.
Oh, you think we should have kept all the kid bones?
Can she reanimate the corpse of a kobold or a drake, or is it just
It would be
humanoids?
humanoid. It's
Yeah.
specifically humanoids, but kobolds
Okay.
would be considered humanoids.
Yeah.
Whew, all right. Well, let's see if we can't harvest us a meat bag.
You gotta
However, it
skin
will
it.
take her some time. She can control them after a while. I mean, she can keep control of them easier because I believe it's with one level 3 casting, she can keep 4 up, but she can only animate 2, I think. Full of animate dead, so I can actually look.
What we're trying.
And CC, have we transitioned to experience point leveling, or are we still doing milestone leveling?
Still milestones. I'm watching
Okay.
for it.
Got it.
Cool. Yeah, I prefer milestone. It gives a lot of a cleaner control over, balance
Also,
and all
I
that.
should give you all a heads up. I remember in the original thing I had put, you'll make it to level 12. Based on the party, I might throw this all the way to 20.
What?
Oh, you love us that much?
What?
Yeah. Plus, Strahd is more interesting as a high CR creature, not the bullshit he has naturally. Naturally, the fucker's only a level 9 wizard
Well,
with some extra shit.
we'll see how the
Righteous.
story plays out.
Right.
20 is a long time.
No, I'm down for it. Shoot.
I have already stories ideas to get
There's
you
so
all the
many
way there.
DMs that are scared of like doing high level stuff. I'm like, why?
Nah,
That's
I'm
where
going to go
it's
all the way.
really
Let's
interesting. You got to
go.
learn more lore, about like Forgotten Realms and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, in this case, whatever Barovia is.
There is lore to it.
Yeah.
And I've already got my grubby mitts on it.
And raccoon hands.
Wahahaha.
So let's see. A 1 cast of Animate Dead will raise 1 target. If they're already up, you can maintain control of 4 with 1 casting. So she can add 1 or keep 4 going. She casts it at the end of the night to keep them going.
Makes sense.
And I think when she gets level 6, she adds an additional 1 since she's a necromancer. Ocean environment. No, that's not what I wanted. I want School of Necromancy. What ability am I thinking of? Once she hits level 6, she can add an additional corpse, so she'll bring up 2, and she'll increase their HP, and she'll add their proficiency bonus to their damage rolls. They get stronger at level 6.
Nice.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. Necromancers can be quite broken if you really maximize their everything. But then it's offset by the fact that everything wants to kill you, including villagers. If you ever march your troops around, so you got to be careful.
Oh, that's what she was suggesting. We dress them up in armor and pretend they're people.
Oh yeah. There's ways but you just have to be very conscious about how you.
Like, y'all want to see an image real quick? Where is the fucker's picture I want? Give me a good picture, damn it. What do y'all think of this guy? Well,
Is it on Discord?
But
He's
it's
a
going to be in
meme.
Discord.
Okay.
It's going to go in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
See.
He is the guy.
Eggplant Knight. What is this guy?
Looks cool. Death Knight, right?
Skeleton soldier.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Strahd.
yeah.
I love it.
When he's wearing the helmet, nobody can fucking tell.
Exactly. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
he's like Najee. Just
Yeah.
like Najee. We can't tell.
They're just very disciplined troops
Yeah.
that, you know, you cannot get out of their, you know,
Which
attention.
Yeah,
is
just-
exactly what she was talking with Taji about.
You go over,
Yeah, just
sock them right in the
if
jaw,
we all
and they
get
just
the
stand
same
there.
armor, if we all get the same armor, I'll just like circle around him, and then they won't tell if I'm just talking for all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
All of
soldiers
your
aren't supposed to
soldiers sound the
speak.
same.
Yeah, I just have to, I just lie. I'm like, oh, I'm Najee today, and then I walk around patrol, and it's like what's a skeleton eating? I'm Larry today. The next day.
Yeah, you're the
By the way,
general
if you
or
get
captain.
bored, that comic is actually really good.
What is that?
That's the skeleton soldier who couldn't protect the dungeon.
Mm.
Here
What?
is the more current art.
I stopped reading it after like.
That
an
sounds
arc or
like
two.
some giant in the playground crap.
Wow.
But no, it's actually a real thing. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I enjoy. Rose's her familiar is actually from that comic as well.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
it's this thing.
What,
But
the
it's
bone puppy?
effectively the
Did
bone
we get
puppy.
art for the familiar?
Yes, you have seen him before. Let me go
He has a
find
name too, right?
Wesley.
Wesley.
Yeah. Where did I know I put it somewhere.
Doggo.
Where did okay, let me find that damn dog. Here's the picture. Pull. That's what he looks like.
Oh,
Aw.
I'm allergic to this dog.
Why would you be allergic to him? He doesn't have hair.
It's just the smell of undead.
Yeah.
When I turn on the scents, I'm allergic to them.
He's got a little nubby hair down there. Super hypoallergenic.
I don't think ears are.
Oh, and they're not.
That's
He's the one who got
DC 14
paw back
poison
there.
save right there.
Mm. Yeah, that one paw.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this comic so far.
Yeah, good.
In the comic, his name is Chestnut.
Yeah.
Aw. That's nice.
Yeah.